Hey everyone, how's it going? Happy Tuesday. I don't know why it feels like a Thursday. I know it's definitely not Thursday, but it feels like a Thursday. How's it going? How's everyone doing today? I hope my Discord message went out. Yep, it looks like it did. All right, cool. Well, geez, it's really cold here. You guys can see I've got the hoodie back today. I don't know what's going on with LA weather. We were getting really hot weather this past weekend. It was scorching hot. My plants outside need a lot of water because it hasn't rained lately. But now it's just back to being cold. I'm just like, what's going on here? I mean, I honestly I prefer cold, I guess, because I could wear hoodies. I don't like being cold in my house. But I don't like being, I don't know. I don't like being hot in my house. Hi, Taxi. How are you doing today? How's it going? Did you have a good weekend? I had a very interesting weekend. I don't know, I was trying to catch up on like some true crime stuff, watching some random true crime video, and then I finally went out in the yard, plucked out them nasty little weeds that we have growing. So here's what I learned so far with yard work, okay? There's this one section of our yard where we have like, I think it's like literally like 6 or 7 inches of mulch. It's unintentional, but it's like 6 or 7, 8 inches of mulch where that side is perfect. Perfect, there's no weeds coming out of it. And this other side where I have like, you know, like 3 inches of mulch, the weeds are just going crazy. They said like do like 3 inches of mulch and you should be okay. But no, the weeds are going crazy over there. But here's the thing, where it's like 6 inches of mulch, I'm noticing a lot of like little mini flies because I think when it rained a lot, I think there's like a lot of underlayer that's like not drying properly or something. I don't know. So it's like one side, it's like no weeds, but you know, there's like a little bug situation going on. And on the other side, it's like no bugs, but a bunch of weeds popping up. It's like you just can't wet, man. You can't wet at all. It's raining so much here in spring. We were getting a lot of rain initially in LA, like a crap ton of rain. And then, I don't know. I've been living in LA for 4 years now. I don't remember how it was all the other years. But now I guess we're kind of transitioning to summertime. And in the transition, there's no rain, I guess. I think it hasn't rained in about like 3 or 4 weeks or something like that. Dude, when I went to Japan and I came back, all my plants were dying because there's just no water or anything. Even though I heavily watered them all before I left. We had a good long weekend. May 1st holiday was nice. It did lots of gardening. Oh, that's right. Some people had a holiday yesterday, right? For May 1st. What is May 1st for you guys? What are you guys celebrating? California needs tons of rain to refill the reservoirs, I believe. Yeah, I think the reservoirs have been doing pretty well at filling up because we're getting a crap ton of rain a couple months back. Apparently, I don't know where in California, but there was a lake that dried up, I think like a couple years ago, because we were getting so much rain this year. The lake is like back and restored. I don't know for how long though. Hi, Goathead. How are you doing today? What's up? Hello. Well, it's you know, cold again in LA. Got my hoodie back on. I feel clean today because I washed my hair. I don't know if you guys know, but I was washing my hair like once a week, but my scalp has been not happy. It's been itchy and crap. So we're back to 2 times a week program. It feels good though. I don't know. It feels good to wash your hair. But I was trying to train my hair to not get as greasy so I don't have to wash it often. And then I save on shampoo and I don't know. Don't listen to me. Okay, so May 1st, day of work, Tag der Arbeit. Okay, I totally screwed that up. It makes no sense to me to have a holiday on the day of work, but I take it, LaMail. Okay, is it just like, hey guys, everyone, let's just take off work? Because I know in Japan has something called like Golden Week, where a lot of businesses will like shut down for an entire week or something, and just chill, I guess, celebrate. I don't know. I remember when I was looking at flights to Japan, they were saying that like, oh, don't go during Golden Week because if you go there, a lot of places are going to be closed down and you might not be able to do anything. We have like a holiday coming up soon. We actually have like Cinco de Mayo coming up, which used to be my favorite holiday. When I was in my early 20s, I love Cinco de Mayo, but I don't know, maybe Halloween now is my favorite. Oh, Golden Week or wait, Children's Days in Japan. I thought like in Japan, hey Eilanger, how are you doing today? I think in Japan, don't they have like a specific day where it's like literally Children's Day or something? I don't know if it's the same thing as Golden Week, like if it coincides on the same time as Golden Week or not. But I remember being a kid, I was like, man, this sucks, man. In America, we have Father's Day, we got Mother's Day, we ain't got no Children's Day, man. Why ain't there no Children's Day? Christmas don't count. Christmas don't count at all. Because in Japan, they had Children's Day. And I remember, you know, like I'm half Japanese. And I'm like, oh, I wish we could celebrate Children's Day. But yeah. Afternoon Corky in chat. Cinco de Mayo is the best while you're in 20s. Tacos, margaritas, more tacos. Yo, I just love Cinco de Mayo. It was like when the weather was starting to get warm, you know, because I lived in a 4-season area and weather's getting warm. The sun is out. Cinco de Mayo was fun. Everyone's like having fun, drinking. And yeah, tacos, chips, the sombreros. I wasn't a huge margarita person. I mean, I guess I drank frozen margaritas from here to here. They'll have those like frozen margaritas though, where it's like, I think it's like pina colada with like purple shit. I don't know what the purple thing is, but it's like swirled, like half purple, half white pina colada swirl thing. And then they'll just dump a beer on it. Oh my God. I don't drink that crap anymore though, because that's just like hangover. Like I don't want to get no damn hangovers. But yeah, dude, man, I used to love Cinco de Mayo. Pretty much, I guess, any holiday that includes drinking. Is there a corgi somewhere in there? No, they actually are gone. They were hanging out here, but I think the room is too warm for them, so they left. It's like Fat Tuesdays from Vegas. Yeah, basically. But I think Fat Tuesday is like, it's not just Tuesday you celebrate. You celebrate all day, every week in Vegas, right? Hi, Palermo. How are you doing today? How's it going? How's you're finishing up with school and stuff, right? You got like terms, I think like exams coming up, right? Hi, Bleep. How's it going? How are you guys doing today? We have a couple of things to watch today that are very interesting. One, there's gonna be, oh gosh, I don't know. There's this one video that I watched over the past weekend, and honestly, I was gonna wait for you guys to watch it together, but I was like, I'm just gonna watch it really quick and see how bad it is, because sometimes, you know, sometimes like certain YouTube videos, they do really well because it's kind of like clickbaity and the title's really good, the thumbnail's really good. And so I wanted to watch the video to see that like, oh, you know, I wonder if the video is just exactly what the thumbnail says and like what the title says, or if it's just like clickbaity. So I was watching it, and like for the most part when I was watching it, I was like, okay, it seems like maybe more clickbaity. But until we get towards the end, oh my God, towards the end, I was so triggered. And I want to share that triggery with you guys. Is that a fucking word? I don't know. You got a headache from a kink in your neck? Stop doing kinky things then. Jeez. I gotta buy some new pillows. Lol. Yo, there's this pillow that, I mean, I recommend it because it works for me. I don't know what kind of like, I don't know what kind of body style or whatever you got. But there's this super amazing pillow on Amazon. It's called like the Coop, C-O-O-P pillow. And whatever it's made out of, it's so fucking amazing. And then like they give you like extra stuffing, so you can like stuff it as much as you want or deflate it as much as you want. I literally have like 6 of those. I have well, no, do I have 6 of them? No, I have like 4, I think, because I used one for my head and then I bought a long one for a body pillow, and it's so comfortable. Oh my God. Hi, Black Pope. How are you doing today? How's it going? Never heard of neck kinks. Kind of new to me. I mean, you know, sometimes it might be a thing, you know? Hi, Activate. How are you doing today? How's it going? How are you? I'm doing good. We're chilling. We came back from Japan. I was like barely jet lagged, although I would have some spells where I was like a little bit tired, but yeah, not bad. Came back from Japan, and I want to go back to Japan already. I'm ready to go back to Japan, guys. Like, oh man, I just want to go there because things are just cheap there. Oh, the food and everything. I just want to go back so bad. Yeah, 5 to 5 is the, children's holiday. Wait, children's holiday is on Cinco de Mayo? We combine a few holidays together and then have a long week break. Yay! Yeah, usually from 4/29 to 5/5. Oh, that's amazing. What's it called again? It's called Coop, C-O-O-P. It's on Amazon. It is, you know, it used to be cheaper, but I think that like it gained popularity. So they're kind of expensive now. They're like $80 or something a pop. But I don't know, it's amazing. You can try it out. If you don't like it, you know, it's Amazon, you can return it. But I just like the fabric. Whatever stuffing it's made out of, I fucking love it. And then also you can stuff it as much as you want or take out the stuffing. But yeah. Yeah, how come America, we don't have children's holiday? Is it because it's like, oh, hey, America, y'all got like Christmas? There you go. But technically Christmas for everyone. Right. Or, I mean, they probably have like, you know how there's like a holiday for everything? You can like register your holiday, and then like for example, like there's like National Bubble Tea Day and stuff like that. Maybe there's like a unofficial Children's Day, but no one celebrates it. Day of the baby. All right, guys. So, you know what? I'm just gonna hop into it because there's a couple of things I wanted to watch with you guys. I think depends. I want to start off with Lori Vallow Daybell. We've been covering Lori Vallow Daybell's trial. And you know what? I streamed it last week, and I still haven't chopped up those videos yet because the Letecia stock one took a bit. It took a bit. So we'll have to do the Lori Vallow one. So if you guys are waiting for that, it's coming up soon. Or you can just watch the entire stream. The entire stream is already up on my YouTube channel. But yeah, we're gonna watch this video that just popped up on my feed 5 hours ago from Court TV, and the title says, "Analyst: DNA on duct tape matches Lori Vallow Daybell." And you know, I'm gonna be very honest. I was getting a little bit worried about the trial because it seems like Lori Vallow has a brother that her and her husband, Chad, they seem to be using the younger brother to be doing their stuff, you know, murdering people left and right and attacking people and shooting at people and stuff like that. That's what it seems. And, you know, wouldn't it be perfect to pin it on someone who is not alive anymore? Because Lori Vallow's brother, he passed away. He had like some sort of, oh man, what was it again? Was it like a pulmonary embolism or something like that? I'm not quite sure. Something like that. It was like he died of natural causes, and it happened, was it a year ago or 2 years ago? It happened. And I feel like, you know, Lori and Chad, so they're both up on trial. However, they're being tried separately. Chad Daybell's trial, it's going to come up soon. They're going to try Lori first. And you know what? I was getting a little bit worried because I was like, you know what? Like, what if they just pin everything on the brother? Of course, at the direction of Lori and Chad, you know, but like maybe Lori's not going to get the more severe sentencing because maybe she didn't actually commit the crime, or maybe they're going to have a hard time showing that she committed the crime. However, DNA on duct tape matches Lori Vallow Daybell. That's a very interesting title indeed. So let's watch the video. Hi, Dave. How are you doing today? How's it going? It's on German Amazon. Is it available in the US though? I don't know, man. If you have to pay like extra for shipping, I don't know about that. And sometimes if it's like hard to return, I don't know. But good morning. How are you? I guess it is. Oh, wait, no, it's afternoon for me, but I guess good morning for you. Hi, Octavia. How are you doing today? You mean pillow, not the cushion? I actually have, are you guys familiar with Purple by any chance? Purple makes mattresses. I don't like their mattresses. They feel like weird water beds. But Purple mattress makes this amazing seat cushion for your butt. And oh my God, it's so comfortable. But I think I spent like 180 on this, but it's so worth it. Like, it definitely helps it when I'm sitting in my chair. All right, guys, let's watch this video really quick with Vinnie Politan. Say hi to Vinnie. I'm going to make this into theater mode. And Vinnie Politan. Hi, Vinnie. How are you doing today? Looking good as always.
I've been worried. And you know why I've been worried?
Why?
Been here before.
Okay.
In another case with another woman with seemingly overwhelming evidence. But not that one piece of evidence that's...
Someone in my chat actually mentioned this too. They brought up, you know who? Casey Anthony. Someone brought up Casey Anthony and was like, man, I wonder if Lori's going to get off this. I wonder if she's probably going to get off of this. I'm like, really? You think so? And then we watched some of the Lori Vallow stuff, and I'm like, oh, yeah, they might just pin it on the brother. Jesus, I don't know what the jury's thinking right now. We'll have to see. Hi, Clint. How are you doing today? How's it going?
Seals the deal. And she was set free down in Florida. I'm not going to mention her name. Don't need to. So I've been worried from the beginning with this case. But then I think about...
Hi, Jessica.
This case and what the evidence is and what happened today, how important it is. It reminds me of another case, Scott Peterson. It was a circumstantial case.
Scott Peterson. Oh, man. Scott Peterson. Do you guys remember Scott Peterson? Scott Peterson went to prison because he murdered his wife, Lacey Peterson, and their unborn child. And was it because he was having an affair? Was it a similar Chris Watts situation? Having an affair, didn't know how to break it off, and was like, you know what? Instead of breaking it off, let me just kill my fucking family. Just kill them. Oh, that's the easier solution. Yeah, let's just do that. Scott Peterson tried to get like a retrial recently. Tried to get a retrial, and well, it got shut down, so he can get in a retrial. But apparently, there's something going on with like one of the jury members or something. They think one of the jury was being untruthful when they were answering their questionnaire or something like that. Lori is the most guiltiest sociopath I ever saw. With juries, you never know, but I hope they see what kind of person this is. Well, I mean, I'm reading ahead a little bit in this court TV video, and DNA analysis found that hair found in the duct tape on her son, JJ Vallow, matches Lori. And, you know, good news to us, but at the same time, very sad news. Was like, dude, was Lori there? Did she actually do it herself? Was she there soothing her poor young son as she duct taped him? Like, oh my God, I don't know.
They couldn't get any evidence to put Lacey in the little boat that Scott Peterson used to dump her body in San Francisco Bay. Mm-hmm. But they were able to link it.
Because he had like, there was like a receipt or something from the toll pass. Like, oh man, what was there? Like he was gone for a little bit, and it showed that he was like sort of in that like area.
There was one hair found in a clipper that belonged to Lacey, and that gave the jury some physical evidence to convict Scott Peterson and send him to death row before the judges took him off of death row. So it's you.
He's like, he wanted that death row. I don't know.
So now I want to remind you about some of the testimony and circumstances surrounding the death of little JJ. Take a listen.
Mm-hmm. So after the sealed black body bag was opened, and you can see here that the body is further enclosed within a black plastic tarp.
Has anyone, I'm sure they have, right? But have you guys heard of like how Lori's demeanor is like in trial? We don't get to watch the trial live. We do get some like sketch artists and stuff like that. But like, what's her demeanor like? Does she just like sit there like twirling her hair? Is she bored like Letecia? Does she have her head down? Is she hiding behind a tissue box? Is she just sitting there? Like, I don't know. I wonder, at some point, does she ever even show any like ounce of empathy at all? Right? Any sympathy towards her kids, her family? Or you think she just sits there, she just chills? Like, I could totally just see her just chilling there. But I wonder if maybe more time has passed and she's had time to marinate on this, and maybe it's finally hit her. But it's hard because we saw those, or not saw, but we heard those phone calls. Those phone calls were horrible. Phone calls with her sister where Lori's just like, dude, I don't know. I can't answer these questions. My kids are gone. Pfft, I don't know. I wonder, has it hit her yet? I wanted to hit her. I wanted to hit her so much. I wanted her to be sad about this. I wanted to regret this. I wanted to fucking hit her. Or is she just sitting there, you know, blank face, chilling? Oh God, I wonder when me and Chad can be together. Oh God, I can't wait to die. So like me and Chad can be reunited in the afterlife. Oh my God, I'm a fucking goddess. Like, you think she's delusional? But that's the worst thing, you know? You want someone to feel the pain, right? You want someone to feel the pain and the regret of what they did. Not just someone who just chilling, just doesn't care. Because, you know, that just makes the victims and the victims' families, you know, even more angrier. Such a sad case. This one is so guilty.
That's held together with multiple strips of duct tape. And you can also see that the forearms and the wrists and the hands are tightly bound with duct tape as well. The ankles are bound with duct tape as well.
Duct tape, black bag, wrapped up when he was buried in Chad's backyard.
Hi, KK.
But we've got, you know, evidence putting Alex Cox there. We've got evidence.
That's what I was worried. I was like, oh my God, what if Lori gets away with this? Or what if she gets a lesser sentence because everything's just gonna be pinned on the brother?
It's putting Chad Daybell there. How do we get Lori Daybell there? How do we get her connected physically to the death of little JJ? She filed an alibi in this case. Didn't happen in my apartment. Oh, no. Go check Uncle Alex's apartment. That's where it all happened. Well, take a listen to what the jury heard today.
Oh man, look at Vinny's face, man. Oh, I love this. Look at Vinny's face. JJ still in his red pajamas. Yeah, I don't know. It's just really sad. Like I could just imagine Lori. I could just imagine Lori like luring her 17-year-old daughter, luring JJ in, and hey, it's okay. Everything's going to be okay. You're going to be fine. We're just going to duct tape you a little bit. Don't worry. You'll just be fine. Like, I don't know, just like coaxing them and like, I don't know. It's just really sad. And like kids are probably like confused, like what the fuck's going on? But I trust my mom. I don't know. Because I don't think we know whether or not they were alive, right? When they were bounded by duct tape and stuff. Wait, actually, I don't know if. No, the daughter was. I think she was bounded by duct tape as well. At least I knew her hands were.
In May of 2022, I received 3 DNA profiles. These were from Lori.
So this is Keely Coleman, or I don't know, Keely or Kelly, DNA analyst. Hair DNA matches Lori
Vallow Daybell, Tylee Ryan, and Melanie Gibb. I also received several items of evidence, one of which was processed as Bodie EO1, which was a hair attached to a piece of adhesive.
And do you recall if there was an Idaho State lab number associated with that piece of evidence?
Yes, there was, and I'm going to look at the report.
Okay. Would that refresh your memory?
Yes, it would.
It's disgusting, and I worry about some of her daughter's injuries. Right, because we're wondering why were her hands cut off? I think the images of Lori doing Hawaii dance moves on the beach just days after her and her incest brother and cult altar Chad slaughtered 2 children is what will have the most devastating impact. Oh, is that what people are insinuating, that her and her brother would engage in like incest stuff? I mean, we were all thinking about it. We were all thinking about it, but I don't know if I saw anything that directed to that. Would I be surprised? No. But yeah, I don't think they know much about her daughter. Just that she wasn't burned alive due to carbon monoxide levels. It's her. Oh, what was the pelvic injury?
This is 2019-05298.
Is that the agency number?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry. My question probably wasn't very clear. That you mentioned a piece of hair that had been stuck to adhesive.
Yes.
Was there an evidence number from the agency, submitting agency, assigned to that specific piece of evidence?
Yes, there was, and I'm going to look at the report to refresh my memory.
Okay.
That was 11-16-8B.
Thank you. How was this evidence processed?
So similar to the process that I described before, a portion of this submitted hair item was taken forward and put into a test tube.
Sharp object fracture to her pelvis. Unusual place for dismembering.
It went through a series of washes to get rid of any extraneous DNA that may have been on the hair. We were trying to focus on the hair itself. Then additional reagents and chemicals were added to the sample, and it went through a series of heating and cooling steps to isolate any DNA that may have been present. We determined how much DNA was present in that sample, then made lots and lots of copies, put that on a genetic analyzer, and analyzed the data that was obtained using a computer software program.
What results were obtained from your analysis?
So from the Bodie item EO1, which
Her death feels so much more violent. I wouldn't be surprised because, 17-year-old probably fought back, unless maybe Lori or someone gave them sleeping pills or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, we don't know, right? Unless maybe they did a toxicology report, but I don't know if it was like burn. I don't know if they were able to get that.
which was the hair sample, a partial female profile was obtained.
And were you able to make any conclusions based on those results?
Yes, Tylee Ryan and Melanie Gibb were excluded as possible contributors of that partial DNA profile.
So Melanie Gibbs, I think that's Lori's best friend. Melanie, or was Melanie the niece or the niece? Yeah. Do you guys remember? Hi Slash, how are you doing today? They haven't found any significant levels of anything.
The partial DNA profile matched the DNA profile that was provided for Lori Vallow Daybell.
Boom! There it is.
Okay, yeah. So Melanie Gibb is sorry. Oh, I missed it. I was reading something. Sorry. Melanie Gibbs is the best friend. So she is the best friend of Lori, or ex-best friend, of course, now. But ex-best friend, Lori Vallow, when her kids were missing and they were trying to find out, hey, where are your kids? Lori Vallow told police that, oh yeah, my kids, they're fine. They're with Melanie. She's my best friend. Calls Melanie up real quick. Hey, yo, Melanie, you know, if the cops ask, if anyone asks, you had my kids. You saw my kids for a little bit. Like, Melanie's like, I'm not going to lie for you. What the fuck? And then, you know, she works with the police and then they try to get Lori on the phone to find out where the kids are.
Partial DNA profile matched the DNA profile that was provided for Lori Vallow Daybell.
That's huge.
Boom! There it is, folks. There it is. An invitation to this jury to feel much more confident if they believe the rest of the evidence all adds up here circumstantially. Now you've got some more circumstantial evidence, but it's physical evidence. Not just actions, not just looking at wedding rings, not just talking about zombies. Physical evidence that you know jurors just love. Let's bring in Court TV legal correspondent Chanley Painter, joining us live from outside the courthouse in Boise. I had no idea, Chanley, that any evidence like this even existed in this case.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they can argue, right? Her defense could just be like, well, you know, Lori slept over at Chad's house, so of course her DNA would be around and around in the house. But the fact that it's on the duct tape that was found on JJ's body, that's pretty big. In what world do you ask your friends to lie to the police? I mean, you know, I've watched some true crime stuff where friends, families will lie for each other for the dumbest things ever. And it's like, dude, why would you cover your friend for a murder that you weren't even involved in? Like, if you guys were co-conspirators, yeah, you're gonna have to cover each other's butt. But like, you weren't even involved in it. Like, why even try to help cover it up? No, man, you better call 911, report them, call them out. Don't get involved in that. I'm like, 911. Yeah, my brother's over here. You just told me that he just murdered someone and he wanted me to cover for him, but I'm not doing that. I'm like, you guys know that, you know, I'm telling you guys this right now. Okay, come get him. Go get him right now. Not that my brother would murder anyone, but yeah, go get him.
Case. This is enormous.
Yeah, it's huge. We did not know until today. They brought in this DNA expert from a private company to test, to have some special testing on this hair video that was found within duct tape that was on the large black plastic bag that covered JJ Vallow's full body. It was all collected during his autopsy. They found this hair, and 1 in 71 billion was the number that she put for the strength and certainty that this was Lori Vallow Daybell's hair, DNA on that little boy's duct tape.
So this is significant.
Oh God, Slash, dude, when we get to that video, listen, when I was watching it, I was like, oh, you know, I wonder if the title is just clickbait and they just have a really good thumbnail. Okay, we'll watch it together. I won't say anything else.
Where it's found also, right? This is very important information. It's found.
This is what I'm expecting Lori to be in court the entire time. We got a little bit of footage here. Hold on a second. What is this, like old footage of Lori in court?
Where it's found also.
Like a little bit, a little bubbly.
Right?
A little
This
smiley,
is very
a little cozy, you know?
information. It's
I'm just here for like a TV appearance.
found on the bag that's covering little JJ, because any mother who is...
That hair though, dude, I can't wear this hairstyle anymore. This is a Lori Vallow Shih Tzu hairstyle. It's a cute hairstyle. I used to wear my hair like this. Now I'm like, I'm going to have to wait a little bit. I'm going to have to give it like a couple months before I can wear this hairstyle again. You know, don't want to be associated with Lori now. I remember there was a hairstyle that Amber had that actually looked really good. And I was like, okay, I got to wait a couple months before I could wear this hairstyle. But it actually looked really good. Whoever did her hair that day, it looked good. But I was like, I got to wait a little bit. Not a good court look.
Who has a child may have some hair on the
Yeah, she's, I don't know. Is it smuggy, right? Very smuggy.
child, because hopefully
Yeah, very smuggy, very bubbly.
you're hugging your child and you're spending time with your child, right? So I could see that, but this is no. He's dead.
Yeah, that's it right there.
So I could see that, but this is no.
That's it right there. This is how I'm picturing Lori. The entire time she's sitting there in trial.
He's dead and wrapped and wrapped and wrapped and duct taped, and that's where it is.
That's right. So poor little JJ had duct tape, of course, on his mouth, on his wrist, and on his ankles, Vinny. And then he had a plastic bag over his head with more duct tape covering his forehead to all the way down to his neck. And then another plastic garbage bag on him that was also wrapped extensively in duct tape. Oh, I forgot the duct tape from his elbow to elbow, too. I mean, it's horrific. The amount.
Elbow to elbow? Oh, maybe it's like this, I guess.
Of duct tape and plastic bags on this little boy. This was on the outer black
Corey, you're getting hair tips on Court TV.
plastic bag that the first thing the authorities saw when they unearthed him in Chad Daybell's backyard. They had the duct tape on that. That's where the hair would have been lodged or stuck on that layer. When they, of course, unearthed him, they cut it back enough to know that where they could see his, brown hair to know that it was a body, and before they transported him in the body bag. Now, the defense, Vinny, wants to say that, it was in a body bag. Things float around in a body bag. This tape, this hair could have gotten stuck on that part of the tape at some other point. It could have been on his PJs. Because they didn't cross that today, which surprised me. But like you said, they can argue that in closing arguments that, he lived with Lori Vallow Daybell. People have other people's DNA on them that live in the same home all the time. So we'll see where they go.
Why she got this really tight-lipped smile like all the damn time? I didn't do it, guys.
So with that, they also
This is the I didn't do it face. I didn't do it.
also tried to attack the science behind it too, comparing it to the FBI database. You have to have a certain number of characteristics in common. 20 is that number we learned on cross-examination. This was missing 13, and only 3 were required because it's a partial sample and it's only for a comparison. But like I said earlier, on redirect, the prosecutors were able to kind of rehabilitate that and show the strength of this and what actually was at issue here, which was not the FBI database testing.
Yeah, this is, how about reaction at the courthouse today?
Yeah, so as you can imagine, everyone in the courtroom, when they say that Lori Vallow's DNA is on something at a crime scene, right? I mean, that's grabs your attention. It wasn't clear that this was on J.J. Vallow's duct tape, right? They didn't say his name at all during the testimony, but these jurors are astute. They can put these pieces together, and of course, prosecutors will make it very clear, right, Vinny? But in the gallery, we knew exactly
Wait, why didn't they say it directly?
what they were talking about, especially
Oh, is it because they have to get someone else to testify that that was the duct tape that was on JJ?
the Woodcocks, Larry and Kay, who were inside the courtroom all day long, taking note of this. Larry tells me, Vinny, he did not know about this either. He did not know until this expert said it, that Lori Vallow's hair, DNA found on duct tape on his grandson's body. And he said that to him is like the nail in the coffin. And like we said earlier, might as well take your picture and put it in there with the body bag.
Yeah, this is enormous. There's a lot of other evidence, a lot of other circumstances, but now they've got physical evidence to add to all of it. Chanley Painter at the courthouse in Boise, thank you so much. We'll see
Hi, Cheyenne. How are you doing today?
you tomorrow. Let's bring in our think tank. Joining us tonight from Englewood Cliffs, New Jersey, criminal defense attorney, former prosecutor Al Wunsch III.
Pointing at me? Me? Okay, me.
Joining us from Stamford, Connecticut, criminal defense attorney Darnell Crossland.
Okay, that's all I wanted to hear from that. This literally popped up on my feed like a couple hours ago. So Lori Daybell's DNA on the duct tape that was found buried with J.J. Vallow, her, at the time, 6-year-old son. Nate was on them since Hawaii. I love him for it. All the chillin' hard, bow tie swag. Oh yeah, he got a little bow tie on. I stopped watching news like 10 years ago. Corey content's all I needed today. Outer tape came from inside of the roll of tapes. Lori's hair being there's not easy to explain. You guys should watch Nate Eden every night. He does about an hour. Stop by, say hi. Every time I watch Fox. All right, what was the other one that we had? What else is on our agenda for today? Jesus. Lori Vallow. What's my title again? Lori Vallow. Ooh, do we want to get to the DUI woman now? Oh my God. It's just going to go downhill from here. We're going on the down and the down and the down. Although we don't really know who's more on the uphill. But Jesus. Okay. Let's talk about this video that popped up on my feed a couple days ago on our lovely weekend. We have a 20-something-year-old. I don't know. She's probably early 20s. Early 20-something-year-old college student senior who gets into a DUI. And, you know, this video was getting traction on a Law and Crime. And I was like, you know what? I wonder if Law and Crime just did a really good job with the title. I wonder if they did a really good job with the thumbnail. Sorry, I was trying to... Oh, no. Why are we jumping around everywhere? Give me a second now. I want to go to Law and Crime. Let's see. Because I want to show you guys a thumbnail. Where'd it go? Here it is. Pretty good thumbnail, right? Got a thumbnail here. This woman is laughing. Good title. It says body cam. Illinois woman laughs, plays dumb after killing 2 people in a deadly DUI crash. So this is a body cam footage. We're going to watch it and we're going to see where she ends up. Where's she at now? How long ago did this happen? I'm going to probably, let's see. We might do like 1.25. Yeah, 1.25. I mean, honestly, like in the day that like we got Uber now, okay? We got Uber, we got Lyft. Like I don't understand. Just fucking call an Uber or Lyft or like, I don't know, call someone else to come pick you up or something like that. It makes no sense. Like, you know, back in the day, a lot of people did drunk driving just because they didn't want to call a damn taxi, okay? They didn't want to deal with the taxi or whatever. But like now it's like at the tip of your finger. You can call an Uber, you can call a Lyft. Or if you know you want to drive and you want to get home, I don't know, just don't fucking drink. Get a fucking club soda with a lime or something. You know, you kind of look like you're drinking. You're kind of like, you know, meshing with your friends and shit like that. Because some people I know feel really awkward as they're like not participating in the social gathering, right? So just get a fucking soda and a lime. I don't know. It looks like you're drinking. I really wonder if people like her would have a chance at being a decent person with a better parenting. Or leave your car. Yeah, fucking leave your car. I don't know. Get someone else to pick you up or something like that. I don't fucking know. But yeah, let's just watch this. And I will say though, like when I was like 75% of the way in, maybe like 60% of the way in, I was like, you know, like seems like she's cooperating. You know, I don't think she knows what's going on. And then you get to the end and you're just like, okay, yeah, she's a dumb bee. All right, so this is the car right here. I think that's her car, right? Car looks pretty totaled. Windshield's all cracked. Okay, I'm gonna have to boost the audio up really quick. So we'll do audio boost, and you know what? She actually talks pretty fast, so I'll do 1 time speed. Was it sound fixer? I think we used sound fixer, right? All right, gain. How's the audio? You guys hear?
Come over here with me, man, okay?
I called as soon as the shit happened. I was
I
like,
understand.
this doesn't happen to me.
I understand.
I go to Bradley. Like, why would this happen to me?
Okay.
Like initially I thought she was just being, you know, facetious and maybe she doesn't really realize the severity of this, but this is my second time watching this. So now I'm listening a little bit more carefully. She's like, yeah, I called as soon as this shit happened. I don't know why this happened to me. Really?
Okay, so here's what I'm going to have you do. If you can maybe help Tyra doing CPR on that one right now.
You tell me. I'm right here.
Okay.
And then she could kind of hear, right? The cop says, hey, you know, can you please help do CPR on that one right there?
Just hang tight right here. Has anybody gotten all your information?
No. No one has. Someone, your friend took my license.
Do you have a driver's license?
Your friend took my license.
Okay. I'm just going to write it down here.
Okay.
Just let you know I got body camera.
Because like I'm looking at her demeanor right now, and you know, I'm reading the title, right? So I'm like, maybe she doesn't realize how bad it is. But then again, before the cops arrive in the scene, you would check to see what you hit, right? Oh God, I don't know.
Okay.
Contact
information for person on scene for reconstruction. Is that okay if I give it to you?
What is your first name?
STEPHANIE.
Middle initial?
I don't have
Stephanie.
Okay, last name?
Melgoza, MELGOZA. Phone number.
It's always about them.
Yes.
Why did this happen to me?
Were you leaving the bar? Were you coming down the road?
I was coming here.
Okay.
You know, I had just gotten my night started. So
Were you going this direction or
Yes.
this direction?
I was coming this direction.
Like, I just had gotten my night started. Like, wow, what an inconvenience for you. I'm so sorry. This is such an inconvenience. Like, You're supposed to have fun tonight.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna have you do.
Yes, please
Let's
call me.
get away from the scene a little bit. Let
Yes.
them do their thing. Okay. This is your car, right? The
Yes, sir.
red
Yes,
car.
yes.
You were the only one in the vehicle.
I'm the only one.
Okay, come over here to my squad car. Okay.
Yep.
Can you take?
And she must realize how bad it is because it's not like she got into a wreck with another vehicle. There's no other vehicle there. Hers is the only other vehicle there. She's the only one. And her car is that messed up.
Your purse off and just set that on here. We got to. Yep. Do you have anything illegal on you?
Yes, I have marijuana in
In your purse. Okay. Have you had any marijuana tonight?
No.
Okay. Can you set those on the car for me,
My vape too.
Yep. Set that down there.
And my phone.
And your phone. Yes, ma'am.
So far,
All right,
cooperating
just
with
come
the
over here.
cop.
Put your hands on my car. He's got a pass search before I put you in my car, okay?
Okay, that's
No pockets or anything? Okay. All right. Until we figure out how we're going to handle this, I'm going to have you sit uncuffed in the back seat of my car. I'm going to get you out. We're going to probably do some field sobriety tests and all that. I got some more questions for you. But right now, I'm going to have you sit down just so we're out of the roadway, okay? Right.
That's what I thought too. Yeah, I was like, wait, where's the other car at? Because the car looks messed up.
Over here. Just scoot that over for me, okay?
Do you want to do it?
There we go. Are you hurt at all or need medics yourself?
No, sir.
Because you're in.
But yeah, honestly, like she looks cool, calm, and collected. She seems fine. To me, like doesn't seem like drunk or anything. I don't see any slurring. I don't see any like, staggering. But the cops, they're gonna do their test and we'll see if she passes, right?
I mean, your car's pretty beat up, so I'm making sure.
I'm okay.
Are you bleeding anywhere?
No, I'm okay.
Is that little blood splatter on your hands, maybe from your glass? I see you got glass kind of all over you.
Do I?
Okay.
I think I'm okay.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Hang tight a
Oh,
minute.
wait right here.
Okay. Suspect, that's her. She's.
Yeah, could be in shock.
They're probably gonna call both of them. So. But yeah, go check out her car. Sorry.
It's okay.
All right. All right, so here's the deal. Just because I do have you in the back of a police car, I don't have you in custody or under arrest, but obviously you don't feel like you're free to go right now, right? So I'm just going to read your Miranda rights. You understand what they are, and we're going to talk about what happened on the accident.
And this is the point where it's like, wait a second, you're reading my Miranda rights. Wait, why are you reading my Miranda rights? I need a lawyer. She doesn't know. The cop did it really smoothly. Hey, you're in the backseat of my car, Obviously, you're definitely not free to go. But yeah, I'm just going to read your Miranda rights really quick. Okay, is that cool? Yeah, sure. Okay, go ahead. So he's going to read the Miranda rights.
Okay. I appreciate you being cool with me. I understand this is pretty stressful. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in court. You have a right to talk to a lawyer before question, have him present with you while you're being questioned. Cannot afford to hire a lawyer, want to be provided for you before question. Okay, do you understand each of your rights? How do you say your first name? Stephanie. Okay. That being said, will you talk to me? Explain what happened?
I will
Okay.
talk to you about anything.
All right. So explain in detail just what happened prior to the accident.
I was coming to full throttle, and I was almost here, as you can see.
Were you driving this way or coming down that side?
And this looks like a residential neighborhood, right?
Here, this way.
Okay.
Are those houses?
And suddenly, one person walked out in front of me.
Okay.
Oh, now it's kind of interesting because like the way she said one person, it seems like she's kind of emphasizing one person. I don't know. Am I just thinking it? Is it just me?
And my car got hit. I called.
My car got hit. One person walked in front of me and my car got hit. Okay.
You as soon as they got hit.
You called 911?
Called 911.
As soon as something happened.
Okay.
And then someone said, oh, someone else is hit. I'm just like, oh my God, how did that happen?
Oh my God, how did that happen? So, I mean, obviously you're going to call 911 because honestly, though, if it was just her at the scene, I mean, there's a lot of people. There's some people out there. I don't know if it's a lot of people because I don't actually know that, but there's some people out there that just dips out. But, initially I was giving her credit for like, okay, she stayed at the scene. She called 911, but she might have had no choice because, maybe there are other people there that freaking saw it. And they go up to her. They're like, hey, there's actually two people that are hit. And she's like, oh my God, like 2 people. I don't know how that happened. Okay.
Okay, what happened when you hit the
So at this point, I think she knew she hit 2 people, but it's really weird how she emphasized one person.
one person? What happened?
I just called you. That's all I know.
Okay,
I called you.
did they fall down right away, or did you get out and help them, or what happened?
I got out, I called you, and then everyone else came out, so I like kind of just let them
Okay.
come and take over the situation.
Okay.
But I promise you, like,
Interesting. I wonder if she didn't want to face what happened because she's like, yeah, she let the other people take over. Do you think she didn't want to face it? She was in denial, or she didn't care?
I only know one person got hit, and I'm just like, they came out of nowhere because I am a safe driver.
Okay, we're placing a lot of blame on the other person.
I get it. Hang on 1 minute. Just because it's starting to rain here. Okay.
Edward units on North Main 7.
Okay. Just so. If you had to estimate, how fast were you going when you hit the person?
10 4. Do you want extended status?
I would say I was going at least 40. At least 40.
Do you think?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm pretty sure 40 can do some real damage on a human being. 40? If you knew you were going 40 and you knew at least one person got hit, you must know how severe it is. I don't think she understands. 40. You'll be fine. Broken arm. You'll be fine. Like, I don't know. I don't think she either doesn't realize it or she doesn't care. Like, I don't know, man.
Maybe 40 to 45, but at
Maybe 45. That's pretty damn fast.
least 40.
Okay. All right. Do you think you were going too fast for this area at the time with the darkness?
I honestly don't think I was going too fast because I try to be precautionary about where I'm at.
Okay.
But I just know that one person came out of nowhere.
Did you have your headlights on?
Yes, sir.
Brights on, or just regular headlights?
Regular.
Okay. Okay. So obviously you saw.
Man, I wonder if she was like on her phone. I wonder if she was like texting and driving, looked down really quick, looked up. Oh, fuck. And that's why she thinks they came out of nowhere.
Them, it was no time to react, no time to stop.
No time.
Or maybe she was driving with no headlights on.
Okay.
That's the word.
Okay. All right. Where were you coming from tonight?
I was coming from Tavern 41 on Sterling Avenue.
Tavern 31 on
41.
Tavern 41 on Sterling and
Yes,
Peoria.
sir.
Okay. And you left the Tavern 41 and drove straight here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Over the course of the night, how much have you had to drink?
I probably had about 3 drinks.
What is 3 drinks? Are we talking?
Yeah, so far, it seems like she's cooperating, she's open, she's being honest that she drank, she had 3 drinks, she's even being honest about, what speed she was going. I mean, maybe she was going even faster, right? Who knows? Maybe she was going like 70 miles an hour, but to say that you're going 40, that's still pretty fast. Because when I was watching this, I was like, okay, she's cooperating. Okay.
Okay, what type of drinks?
Just vodka.
Just vodka.
Straight?
Yep. She's being honest. Yep, just straight vodka. Some people kind of like, nah, I had beer. Beer's 5%. Nah, I just had straight vodka, sir.
Vodka or mixed drinks?
Vodka and water, so I was staying hydrated, and
Okay.
drinking.
On it,
Like right now, if you had me do a test, I think I would pass.
Oh, yeah. No, dude, Bruce does have to do a video about this because the guy read her the Miranda rights and he's like, oh, she wants to keep talking to me. Okay, cool.
Just like, don't test me, but I think I would pass.
Okay, I'm going to be honest. We are going to do.
Don't test me. Oh, my God. Oh, man. She's a college student, by the way. She's a senior. Here's the thing. Just having a degree sometimes doesn't mean anything, okay? Don't want to make me you're smart. Oh, don't know, man. Don't test me, though. But I'm pretty sure I will pass. Then why not test you?
Those tests here in a little bit because of circumstances. Obviously, we have to. Okay. How long ago was your last drink? Would you say?
Do you guys? I'm sorry, I keep interrupting this. Do you guys know who Meet Kevin is? Meet Kevin is a pretty big YouTuber. Used to do like real estate stuff, and then like transitioned to. I think he tried to run for governor, and I think he transitioned to like I don't know, like everything else, like news, business, investing, and stuff like that. Meet Kevin was pulled over recently, and I think he got charged with like a DUI. Or DWI, I don't remember which one. And they released the police body cam footage. And Meet Kevin, when he realized what was happening, he just STFU'd and just didn't cooperate with the police. And I don't know. I wonder that probably helped him, right? Because I think he probably lured up ASAP. But it does make him look bad though on YouTube, because when you watch the body cam footage, you're just like, why is he not cooperating with the police? Wow, he's being so arrogant. Da, 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 da. But I think your best bet right now is probably not to talk. But yeah, we want her to keep talking. I like it. I want her to keep talking. I want her to tell the cops everything. They could use this against her in freaking court.
My last drink, I would say about 40 minutes.
40 minutes ago?
Yeah, being truthful about that, huh?
In the vehicle, or was the last drink at the bar?
At the bar.
Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the least drunk you've ever been, 10 being the most drunk you've ever been, where would you say you put yourself right now?
5.
Yeah, it's like when she's kind of just sitting there, I'm like, okay, she kind of does look a little drunk.
Because I've been very drunk. And right now, like, I see you, I see everyone, I know the situation, you know what I mean?
You know the situation,
Of
Okay.
everything.
Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to close the door. If it stops raining, we might do some tests in the roadway. Otherwise, we might go back to the police station, and we'll figure out how we're going to do it, okay?
Damn, drunk driving
We got
in
your
the
purse,
rain
your,
at
phone
night.
already, and that's all we need out of your car, right? Okay. Hang tight. All right, I'm going to just run your information. You got a valid license and all that, correct? All right. All right, Stephanie, go ahead and step on out here.
Because, like, what would a criminal defense attorney say? Don't talk, lawyer up immediately, and then probably don't do any of the police testing, right? I know you get like automatic, I don't know, like 3 points in your license or something like that, and you go to like auto prison or something. But if you know you're fucked, I think you're supposed to like be like, no, I'm not doing any of these. I'm lawyering up or something.
For me, we're going to do these quick tests. It started raining a little bit, but it pretty much let up as long as you're okay with that.
Okay.
All right,
All
come
right,
right over
time
here.
for the sobriety test. Wait, has anyone in chat done a sobriety test yet? One in chat if you have. I've never done a sobriety test, but there's like 2 tests that I feel like I would probably do horrible at. It's like recite your ABCs backwards, which I don't know if they still do that anymore. And then there's one where like you stand and you like stick your feet out. I'm like, ooh, I have bad balancing. I don't know if I could do that.
You can just stand here in front of my squad car and face me.
Don't do the testing, says every DUI lawyer.
Just confirming, you said you had approximately how many breaks at the bar? 3? Okay. All right, last one was pretty.
Does she know she already killed 2 people? So from what she said so far, she says that she knows she hit 1. Someone went up to her and said, no, you actually hit 2. And she's like, oh my God, I don't know how that happened. She said that something hit her car, not her car hit something. And she said that she got out of the car, called the police, people came out, and when people came out, they were dealing with the victims, and she kind of just let them deal with it. So, but she did say she was going 40 to 45 miles per hour. She must know that one person is really, really, really messed up, possibly 2, right? Whether or not they're dead, I'm sure deep inside she should know, but maybe not.
Okay, all right. Do you have any medical problems, injuries, or problems with your
I mean, I have injuries, but just like...
Hey, Brandon, welcome back for 3 months.
What do you do for work?
I waitress at Lowe's.
So you're on your feet all day?
All day.
No issues with that? Okay. Overall, you're pretty healthy? Would you agree? Okay.
Sorry, it's windy here. So she's a waitress. She's on her feet all day. She's also a senior at a university.
All right. See my pen right here?
I see your
What I
pen.
want you to do is follow the tip of my pen. I'm going to move my pen back and forth several times. I want you to follow the tip of my
Do you want
pen.
me to like walk or just my eyes?
No, we're just doing your eyes right
Okay.
now. I want you to follow the tip of my pen with your eyes only, but keep your head still. I want you to continue that test till I tell you to stop, okay?
Okay, sir.
You
I'm ready
understand?
right now, yes.
All right, touch the tip of my pen just so I know where you're... There you go. All right. That's what I want.
Yeah, I don't know. When she was like all giggly and stuff, I was like, she must not know how bad it is. She must not know.
I want you to follow. Nope, keep your head still for me.
Oh, my head. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Just your eyes.
No, she's doing so bad at this.
Again.
It's hard.
All right. Just
Okay.
I'm gonna speed through this.
keep their head still for me.
It's so hard keeping my head still.
The best you can. Just follow with your eyes. Are you able to hold your head still without your hands?
Okay.
All right.
fine,
Just follow with your eyes.
fine,
Okay.
fine, okay.
Keep following. Keep looking at the side. There you go.
I see you.
Keep looking at the side.
Can I blink?
Yep.
Okay, let me blink.
All right.
This is hard because I'm not turn my head.
Keep your head straight.
Okay. That's me. I told you it's hard. I'd rather do the walking.
Okay, go up. Keep your head straight. Just look up with your eyes. Keep your head tilted down.
Oh, sorry.
We're going to try it again.
Okay.
Just look up like you're looking up the sky, but keep your head down.
Right.
One more time on that, okay?
Right. That's going.
Okay. Come right over here for the next test, okay?
All right, what's the next
What I'm
test?
going to have you do is stand about right here, face my car. We don't have a line. We're going to pretend there's an invisible line straight from you to my license plate, okay? Can you see my license plate fine? Okay, that's the area we're going to shoot for. We're going to walk towards that, okay? What I want you to do is put your left foot down first.
Okay.
Now put your right foot in front of your left foot with your right heel touching your left toe, just as I'm demonstrating. Go
Right heel.
ahead and get in that position for me.
Can I show an example?
Yeah, I want you to.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead and tie your shoe for me, okay?
Sorry.
What I want you, exactly as I'm demonstrating. Put your left foot down. Now put your right foot in front of your left foot. Your right heel touching your left toe. Stay in that position while I explain the instructions. Do not begin until I tell you to, okay? Hands straight down your side. When I say you're going to take 9 heel-to-toe steps down the line, you're going to turn around and take 9 heel-to-toe steps back, okay? When I say you're going to take 9 heel-to-toe steps down this line, you're going to turn around and take 9 heel-to-toe steps back. On your turn, I want you to keep your front
Did she say what's the heel? Huh?
foot on the line. Then you're going to use your other foot to turn yourself around with several small steps, okay?
Oh my God,
This is what it's going to look. This is what it's going to look like. This position you're in. When I say go, 1, 2, 3, on down to 9. Keep that front foot on the line. Use your other foot to turn yourself around with several small steps. Nope, stay in that position. Go back to the same. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, it doesn't look like a completely residential area. It looks like it's like a side road or something. Maybe there are some houses or maybe there's some like little businesses around
And on
here.
down to 9, okay? Again, I just did 3 for demonstration purposes. I'm going to have you do 9 each way. During this test, make sure you watch your feet at all times. Keep your arms straight down your side. Count out loud so I can hear you. Once you begin the test, do not stop until you have completed the test, okay?
9, turn around.
Yes. Do you understand my instructions?
I think so.
All right, go ahead and begin the test, okay?
1, 2, 3.
What was that? Everybody ready?
Jesus.
Turn on.
9,
Yes, ma'am.
and turn around.
All right. If you're going to stand right here in front of me for the next test, go ahead and face me. Put both your feet together, arms straight down your side. This is called a one-leg stand test, okay? Whichever leg you choose.
Yeah, this is the one where I'd be a little bit
I'm going to have you
wobbly.
lifted approximately 6 inches off the ground with your foot parallel to the ground, holding that position once you count out loud for 30 seconds in the following manner: 1001, 1002, 1003, and so on, until you get 30 seconds or until I tell you to stop, okay? During this test, make sure you watch your raised foot at all times. Keep your arms straight down your side. Count out loud so I can hear you. This is what it's going to look like. Position you're in. When I say go, you're just going to lift your foot up. 1000.
Like this?
No, ma'am, just as I demonstrated, okay?
Like just up?
Just as I demonstrated. Did you see my demonstration? Just like this. Your foot parallel to the ground.
Okay, I got it.
Do you understand?
Yes,
All right, go ahead and begin the test.
Yeah, I think at this point, I think she really thinks that she's Gucci. I don't know. I think like she's like, you know what? I've been really truthful, honest to the cops. I think I'm doing pretty okay on these tests. I don't know. Like her demeanor is just like, yeah, everything's fine. I'm going home after this. Oh, you know what? I'm going to keep on drinking after this. I'm going to go out and continue partying. She said the night's young.
Okay?
1,000? Is that what it is?
Drop your foot, lift it right back up. Keep going where you left off.
1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 6, 1,000, 7, 1,000, 8, oh no, 9, 1,000, I can't do it.
Continue the test, okay?
10, 1,000, 11, 1,000, 12, 1,000, 13, 1,000, 14, 1,000, no, I can't do it, sir. I really can't.
Okay.
14,000, 15,000, 16,000.
All right, we'll stop the test right there. Go ahead and stand right here by the front bumper. One last test for you, okay? Just stay right here for me. This is called a PBT test. You ever blown one of these before? No. Okay.
Oh, here we
You know what legal
go.
limit is to drive in Illinois?
I do not, sir.
Okay, 0.08.
0.08.
Okay. What I'm going to have you do is take a deep breath, a long, hard, steady blow in the straw, just like you're blowing up a balloon.
There are some states in America that are the legal limit is 0.08. That's how much like alcohol you're allowed to have in your blood. But there are, I feel like California is like a no tolerance state, right? I don't actually know. There are some states that became a no tolerance state where you can't have any percentage of alcohol in your blood at all. I think like Maryland changed from 0.08 to like 0. Or was it DC? Jesus. What are those pants? They're yoga pants. Looks like she's somehow living an alternate reality. I couldn't do the straight line even sober, and the instructions bad.
Keep blowing until you hear the machine.
Well, he was giving a demonstration. He showed. He was like, here, this is how you do it.
Okay? All right?
Blow it up a what?
Yes, ma'am. Take a deep breath, long, hard, steady blow.
Dude, she knows she's far.
A little bit harder for me, a little bit harder. Keep going. Okay. You're a Bradley student.
I graduate in 4 weeks.
You're a .264,
She graduates in 4 weeks. Oh my God, guys, I'm graduating in 4 weeks.
okay? All right?
Wow.
Okay, go ahead and turn around for me and place your hands behind your back. You are under arrest for DUI, okay?
Was that like 3 times the legal limit?
You're doing great.
All right.
His tone alone. Oh, I actually sped it up a little bit. If I slow it down, he doesn't sound as mean. Sorry, I'm at 1.5 speed.
I'm right over here. Let me sit back in the car, okay?
Yeah, the pants aren't really flattering on her. She's pretty, but the pants aren't it. I think it's because she's got like a crop hoodie on or something.
All right.
Yes, sir. Whatever you say.
Okay. So just so we're clear,
All right, we're at the police station right now. I'm gonna go back to normal speed.
I'm going to undo your seatbelt, okay?
Oh, sorry.
Or I think we're about to head to the police station.
We're good.
There we go. Okay. So you understand what we're going to do? First
Oh,
off, I'm
hospital.
going to let you know you did hit 2 people total.
I did not.
You did.
I didn't.
Okay, so this is the part where I was like, any benefit that I had, like I gave her benefit of the doubt. I was like, she didn't know how bad it was. She didn't know how bad it was. She's in, but then when the cop tells her, she's like, I did not. No, I did it. I'm just like, no, she's a piece of shit. No, fuck her. She's a piece of shit.
There we go. Okay. So you understand what we're going to do? First off, I'm going to let you know you did hit 2 people total.
I did not.
You did.
I didn't.
Okay. Okay.
Not even like, oh my, are you serious? Oh my, I hit 2 people. Are they okay? Like, not even that. It's just like, no, I did. Nope, I didn't do it. Nope. I don't know if she thinks that like her not admitting it on the camera is gonna help her in court. Maybe she'd be like, yeah, I never admitted to it. There's no way I did it. Something else must have hit them.
However you want to word it to yourself, that's fine. Okay. I'm just telling you, there's 2 people struck by your vehicle, and both are dead.
I did not hit
Okay.
people. I can tell you right now.
Okay. Well, I'm just telling you the 2 people that hit your
Why would
car.
I call
Ma'am, listen.
911 if I...
2 people.
Why would I call that? I don't know if that even makes it even better. If I hit 2 people, why would I call 911? I would just dip out. Is that what you're trying to say, ma'am?
Struck your vehicle,
Ma'am?
I'm telling you, and they're both deceased on scene. I'm just telling you that information, okay? We're gonna go in here. We're gonna do the thing. I appreciate you being cooperative so far. I gotta tell you what's going on.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Come on out here this way.
I'll let you talk, sir.
All right. Right over here.
I think they're going to the hospital. Treat her like
Stay right here and grab
something.
all this stuff here. I'm sure there is. Once we get in here, we'll tell them. They'll probably take it off for you, okay? All right, come follow me.
Oh, is she complaining that the handcuffs are too tight? Is it hurting her? Hi, Leon. Leon, thank you so much for the tier 1. Welcome. Thank you so much for the tier 1. Enjoy your emotes and enjoy your badge.
2 doors here.
Oh, yeah, there's lots of
Well, your whole front windshield is shattered out, so that's understandable.
right now. I know what I hit. I know what I didn't hit.
Okay.
So she said, I know what I did and I know what I didn't do.
And it was not 2.
It was not 2.
If it was 2, I'd be crying. You know what I mean? I'd be like, oh my God, I did this.
If it was 2, I'd be crying. But she knows for sure she hit 1. So why wouldn't you shed tears just for one person? You know you hit 1.
I'd be like, wow, this ain't hard, but I know what I did.
Okay.
And then I go to Vegas. I'm going to take me to Vegas. It's going to be so fun. I'm going to spend at least $500. I'm going to start off with 2 Long Island.
Dude, imagine being in a DUI and then knowing for sure you hit 1 person and the cop's like, no, you killed 2 people. And she's over here talking about going to Vegas and she's going to go drink. She's like, I want to get 2 Long Islands. She doesn't even care.
Yes. You ever had enough of drinking already?
Sorry, I think the audio just got boosted. Let me turn it back down.
We're talking about Vegas. There's no limit at Vegas, right? Have you been there? I swear to God, if you're Snapchatting right now and I'm not, I'm going to be mad. I have such a long day tomorrow. Oh my God. I'm not going to answer anyone's Snapchat. I'm not going to answer any questions. You're going to be like, bruh, I went home. It was good.
And then when she like starts talking to herself, I'm like, okay, wait, is she trying to strategize right now? Is she gonna say that she was like mentally insane or something when this happened? She didn't know where she was wrong. Like, I don't know. And I started like questioning people when they realize that like, hey, you know, damn, maybe I'm in a very severe situation. This is the part where I need to figure out how I'm gonna get out of this. Do I admit to it? Do I cooperate? Do I try to act like a crazy person so I could bleed mentally insane later on? You know, because there are some people that do that, right? Letecia Stalk. Yeah, she blew like 0.26 something.
Okay, well, you're being too quiet, so I'm gonna start singing because I hate quiet. So,
You gotta figure out all your paperwork.
that's fine. I just said I'm gonna start singing. So, ooh, ETA by the Beebs. You. Make sure that you don't mention.
I don't know, man. Hi, Micha. How are you doing today? You think she's doing the Letecia Stalk method? Hi, Real House Knives. What a great name. What a great name. Hi, Sheeta. Yeah, they're trying to go for 28. This must have been so hard for the victim's family to watch. I don't know if they watched the body cam footage, but like if I was the family member of the victims and I had to watch this is how she acted after it happened. I don't care how drunk she is. She's not blackout drunk. She was able to talk to the cops cohesively when the cops first interviewed her and stuff like that. She was fine. Yeah, she's drunk as fuck, but damn, she knows exactly what happened. But to be dancing around like this, to be laughing, talking about Vegas, talking about, oh, you know, when I go to Vegas, I'm going to get like 2 Long Islands. I'm going to drink more. Dude, this cop is like, dude, I'm just trying to fill out my paperwork. You shut up. Toilet wine.
Oh, hey, you never answered me about my car. Like, I have school tomorrow, so how do I get my car here tomorrow?
Well, your car is totaled.
It's what?
Your car is totaled.
Totaled?
Totaled, wrecked.
She's like, so how am I getting to school? I have class. She was like flaunting about how she was graduating in like 4 weeks. After they told her what her, I think like legal limit, or sorry, her, whether her breathalyzer results were. She's like, yeah, I'm like graduating in like 4 weeks. Okay, so how do I get to school tomorrow? Dude, you're like out of your mind. She is fucking insane.
Okay, so how do I get here to school tomorrow?
You don't.
So I don't go to school tomorrow is what you're telling me?
No, ma'am. You want me to be honest with you? You're going to jail. You don't have a bond. You killed 2 people tonight. I don't think you understand that. You do not have a bond. You are not getting out of jail. Your
Yes,
car is
Mr.
property
Cop.
of East Peoria Police Department because it's a crime scene. It killed 2 people tonight. You are clueless with that. Clearly, I've already...
You could tell he was trying to put up with her. But at this point, he's lost it. He's like, I'm not, this person, she needs to know what the situation is. Dude, I'm so glad that he goes off on her.
A crime scene. It killed 2 people tonight. You are clueless with that. Clearly, I've already explained this to you. You're going to jail for reckless homicide tonight. You're going to jail for aggravated DUI for killing 2 people. That's what's going on. So no, you're not going to school tomorrow. You're not getting your car out of impound.
Can I have a Tuesday for my night class?
She doesn't even care. She doesn't even care.
Did you just hear what I just told you?
You said I'm not going tomorrow. I'm talking about Tuesday.
Did you hear when I said
You
that
said I'm
you...
going to jail tomorrow.
You're going to jail when we're down here?
Yes.
Did you understand what I told that you killed 2 people tonight?
Yes. I'm just wondering when I can go to school.
Okay, we're done.
No, when the cops first got to the scene, she was talking to them. She's like, hey, you know, I was driving from here. I was at the bar. I had 3 vodka. She was, man. Something's like broken. Something's up with her up here.
You're all on body camera being completely
Or sometimes people are just pieces of shit.
careless about killing 2 people tonight. You could care less. That's sad and pathetic and horrible all at the same time.
Can you say that as a cop?
Yes, ma'am, I can.
Okay, so can I ask when I can go back to school? So, when can I, like, should I email my professors and be like, hey, I can go back to school for a while, or what? Because I graduate in 4 weeks. Like, I need to figure this out.
I don't know.
Girl, bye.
Well, you can do it, right?
I mean, we don't know, right? There are some people out there that are great parents, and sometimes you just have a kid that just turns out very shitty, you know? Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes you can blame the parents. Sometimes the parents just out of their control. She's like in her 20s now. She's like an adult. Like she's been out. She's been an adult for like what? How many years now? 4 years now.
Well, to be quite frankly,
I think even like a 9-year-old, even a 9-year-old would realize how severe it is. An 8-year-old, like, hey, little Bobby, I think you killed 2 people. What? I killed 2 people? Like, even kids know how severe, like death is, right? Or like when you tell kids, like, oh, you know, your dog died or something. They know how sad it is. They know how fucked up it is, right? Like, she ain't 8 years old. She acts like she's like 4 years old. Oh, okay, someone died. So when can I play? Can I eat soon? I'm getting really hungry. I'm gonna go to Vegas and I'm gonna drink more. Is that okay? I need my car back. No, man, you're like 20 something, okay?
a little more concerned about the 2 people that are dead right now. To be fair.
Oh, is it .08 in California as well? I wonder which states are the ones that's like no tolerance. Zero tolerance law. Oh, was it DC? 108? History of zero tolerance.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah.
Is that her phone or is that the cop's phone?
Unless they were in her purse and I took it, I don't think so.
Oh, okay, I was like, wait, did they? I'm pretty sure they took her purse away, right? Yeah, okay.
Oh. Okay. Yep, no problem. Good. We got the DUI kid done already, or just because she had some glass in her foot, they brought her back. I had a doctor look at her foot, but we're just waiting for the discharge paperwork now.
Waiting forever.
All right, thank you. Yep.
I can't wait to join a DUI club that my coworkers have them. Oh my god, all of them have them. We're gonna be like
Listen, she got locked up at a young age, okay? I don't know. This type of person is kind of scary. She kind of scary. Like, yeah, I know she's under the influence of alcohol, but nah, man. Like, she's kind of scary, man. She locked up for, what she get, 14 years or something like that? Oh my God, thank God they got her while she was young. She needs some major rehabilitation.
Come on, dog. You tired up in this food. But it's okay. They're taking me to Vegas for my birthday. In 2 months. That'll be fun. I just can't wait. Partying again. I'm not stressing in. You don't want that.
I wish we had a footage of the sentencing. I don't think we do. I wish we did. So. Yeah, it would have been so satisfying to watch the sentencing. Apparently she cries, she tears up. We'll read a little bit into it. Wish we had a video. No, Pumpkin, you aren't celebrating your birthday, just like your victims. So this happened in almost a year ago. Yeah, over a year ago. April 11th, 2022. Hold on, I'm going to use the restroom really quick. I will be right back. If you guys missed the beginning, here, I'm going to replay the beginning really quick and then be back in like 2 minutes.
Come over here with me, man, okay?
I called as soon as the shit happened. I was
understand.
like, this doesn't happen to me.
I understand.
I go to Bradley. Like, why would this happen to me?
Okay, so here's what I'm going to have you do. If you can maybe help Pyro doing CPR on that one right now.
You tell me. I'm right here.
Okay, just hang tight right here. Has anybody gotten all your information?
No. No one has. Someone, your friends have my license.
Do you have a driver's license?
Your friends have my license.
Okay. I'm just going to write it down here. Okay. Just let you know I got body cameras. Okay.
Information for person on scene for reconstruction. Is that okay if I give it to you?
What is your first name?
Stephanie.
Middle initial?
I don't have one.
Okay, and last name?
Melgoza, Melgoza. Phone number.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Can you, were you leaving the bar or were you coming down the road?
I was coming here.
Okay.
You know, I had just gotten my night started. So
were you going this direction or
Yes.
this direction?
I was coming this direction.
Okay, here's what I'm going to have you do.
See, right? Like, yes, she's drunk, but she's able to communicate with the cops clearly. She's able to try to like display some of the blame by saying that like, oh, something hit my car and oh, I didn't hit two people, only one person. Like, yeah, she's drunk, but she seems like she's okay.
Let's get away from the
Like, she knows what's going on. She's like talking to them and stuff like that. And I don't know. I was thinking like maybe this shit over here, like when she was like singing and all that stuff, maybe she's like, you know what? I'm gonna try to, in case, maybe I should go for the insanity plea. I don't know. Melgoza? I have no idea. All right, let's do an article. I got two articles here. I don't know which one I'm gonna read first. I think they're the same thing. Got her mugshot right there. She's smiling. She got her lashes on. Stephanie Melgoza, 24, Farmington, Illinois, pleaded guilty February 16, 2023. Oh, she pleaded guilty three months ago. In killing two Lorain County residents in a DUI crash in East Peoria in Illinois. Does anyone know where that is? East Peoria? How do you pronounce that? I'm going to zoom in on this. Oh, God. That help? Illinois woman who was driving drunk when she hit and killed a Lorain County couple as they crossed the street outside a bar in East Peoria, Illinois. Oh, I think what we saw over there was, must have been a bar. April 20, 2022, has been sentenced to 14 years in prison. I wonder I feel like, to me, honestly, I like the 14 years, okay? But I feel like DUI people, don't they tend to get less, unfortunately? I wonder if she was sentenced to 14 years as a young person. Maybe this is her, like, because I don't know, maybe this is her first, maybe she's had a clean record before this, right? But to get 14 years, like, yes. But I feel like DUI people don't usually get 14 years. I feel like they usually get like 6 years, 5 years, less than that, unfortunately. But I wonder if she got 14 years because they saw how disgusting she was in the police body cam footage. Stephanie Melgoza, 24, pleaded guilty to aggravated DUI and aggravated reckless driving in Illinois' 10th Circuit in February. Judge Tim Cusack sentenced her in this Tazewell County, Illinois courtroom on Thursday, according to multiple media reports. Cusack says, I don't believe this sentence will please anyone, but I do believe it is the most just. Said, according to a story in the Bradley Scout, the Bradley University student newspaper, that's the school that she was attending. Melgoza admitted to hitting and killing 43-year-old Andrea Roswiggs of Avon and 55-year-old Paul Prowant of Avon Lake with her Dodge Dart as they left Full Throttle and Bar Grill and crossed North Main Street. Oh, were they at the same bar? Is this the bar that she mentioned that she was at? And crossed North Main Street East in East Peoria after 10 p.m. Melgoza was a senior at Bradley University at the time of the crash. She faced a range of 6 to 28 years in prison. Under Illinois law, must serve at least 85% of her sentence. So I'm glad. I hope, sometimes people get out early for good behavior or something like that. Yes, at least 85% of her sentence. Good. She says, I'm so sorry for everything. I will never, ever commit anything like that ever again. What a horrible apology. I have not drank since that day. I do not plan on drinking ever again. I want to try something positive to make a difference. Speak out about this and warn others about the dangers that come with drinking. We know about the dangers. You don't need to warn people, okay? It's your dumbass who's just too stupid and you didn't care about other people. Kevin Sullivan, Melgoza's attorney, told blah, 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 that his client had no malice and didn't intend to kill the couple as they crossed the street. Who cares? Don't care about that. Don't care. You're driving drunk. Don't give a shit. As they killed the couple, as she didn't intend to kill the couple as they crossed the street in the area of East Peoria and that it was not well lit. I mean, don't drive drunk. Don't drive 45 miles an hour. Slow down then. She said she was a safe driver. Peoria? Peora? I have no idea how to pronounce it. Melgoza remained with her damaged car at the scene of the fatal crash, according to media reports. The first East Peoria police officers at the scene wrote in their reports that she appeared intoxicated and admitted to having several vodka drinks. Rosa Wick's sister, Sherry Hutchinson, asked the judge to impose the maximum sentence on Thursday. Yeah. There were no words that could remotely come close to inflicting pain and suffering on you that you have inflicted on me, our families, and Andrea's friends. The magnitude is unimaginable. Yeah, I do feel bad for the victims because they really wanted her to get 28 years. I'm just surprised she even got 14, though. I don't know. I feel like, sadly, sometimes when I hear about DUI stuff like this, I hear killed someone, they get 4 to 6 years or something. I don't know. The people here today are a small representative of the family and the friends whose lives have been affected since you took them from us. We shouldn't be here today, but for your actions, we are. Everyone makes mistakes, but not to this degree. Cusack said, drunken driving fatalities are the easiest fatalities in the U.S. to get rid of. Our system is based on punishment and rehabilitation. We have to balance them, but it's not all about rehabilitation. There's a sentence that is necessary to deter others and that needs to be put out there. Rosa Wicks was a Parma native who grew up in Seven Hills, graduated from Cleveland State University. Prowant worked for American Bridge Company and was a member of Ironworkers Local 17 in Cleveland, his native city. The Bradley Scout reported that Prowant recently had been promoted to project superintendent with the American Bridge Company and was leading repairs on Peoria's McCluggage. There's a lot of words here that I'm butchering. Bridge. Bradley University students organized a vigil to honor Rosa Wicks and Prowant after their deaths. Oh, when her fellow students learned Melgoza was going to be allowed to... Wait, what? She was going to be allowed to walk at graduation even after being charged in the fatal crash. They protested. Heck yeah, don't let her walk with them. Oh my God. She was allowed to accept her diploma, but removed from the list of students permitted to walk at the graduation. The fuck? I'll be like, oh, excuse me, I'm graduating. Don't let this bitch here kill my vibe, okay? Don't let her walk with us. Jesus. She clearly has issues since the lack of sense of responsibility, accountability. Should have gotten 30. An extra 2 years for every minute of her singing. Adrenaline sobers you up. Her adrenaline crashed in the back of the car when she looked like she was falling asleep. He opened the door. I think that's why she seems like she got more drunk. Yikes. Possibly. Because she did say, well, what did she say? She said like she had the last vodka drink maybe like 40 minutes ago. And maybe like now her blood system is, I don't know. How long does it take for you to absorb all the, how long does it take for you to absorb alcohol when you consume it? Yikes. I don't know, man. Horrible. But she got 14 years. They were going for 28. Does this article cover anything? Oh, actually, you know what? I do want to read, I think it was this one that covers what she said, right? Okay, in her final statement. The judge says, what does my sentence to prison do if no one remembers their names? We need to get the word out, the judge says. Melgoza, Stephanie, the woman that DUI person, tearfully turned, oh gosh, she turned to the families of Andrea Rozovics of Avon, Ohio, and Paul Prowent of Seattle, repeatedly said she was sorry. She vowed to live with the deaths for the rest of her life, and she said she hoped to turn something positive out of this tragedy. I don't know if that's like really, honestly, like I wouldn't even say that. Hey, I'm going to make something positive out of this. I wouldn't even say that. She says, I never meant to hurt anybody. Don't matter. I'm so sorry for the pain that I've caused. They probably saw the body cam footage. I will never forget them, and I will live with this every day. Yep, you sure will. She said during the final statement before her sentence was imposed. Melgoza, 24, entered a blind plea. Oh, I wonder if she cried. Tearfully turned. Okay, so I guess, yeah, she cried. Melgoza entered a blind plea, one without any agreement, to 2 counts of aggravated DUI and 2 counts of aggravated reckless driving. Man, I wonder if her defense was like, you know what? The judge might go easy on you. You're a student, you're young, maybe have no priors. And then they didn't expect that she was going to get 14 years. Oh, God. This Lori chick is insane. Hi, Schindler's Fist. On April 10, Melgoza's car struck Rozovics and Prowin. Both are pronounced dead at the scene after being struck on the North Main Street around 10:15 p.m. that night. Family members of Rozovics and Prowin chastised Melgoza, saying it was her decision and hers alone to drink and drive that night. They wanted the maximum of 28 years behind bars for her, saying it was necessary to protect the public. Yeah, that's right. Because she's like, what, 24 right now? She's 24 right now, and she only needs to serve, like, I don't know, she might get, like, let's say 10 years. She'll be out by she's, like, 34. Oof, yeah, that was a little scary. 34. They held up pictures of Melgoza and Cusack to see, reminded everyone of the human cause of the accident. Lives were forever changed, they said. Smiles were gone. Celebrations were different, and Melgoza, they said, was to blame. For his part, defense attorney Kevin Sullivan noted his client was remorseful and thought about the crash and the victims daily. He said that it was her to call 911 and that she has been cooperative ever since. Melgoza, he said, wanted to pay it forward by trying to use her story to prevent others from making the same mistake. Oh my God. She really could become the poster child or a poster person for what not to do. And who better to have that come from her than she who's experienced just this? No, we're good. We don't need her. Court records indicate in East Peoria, a police officer noted Melgoza's Dodge Dart with heavy front end damage. Melgoza reportedly had slurred speech, red, watery eyes. There's a strong odor of alcohol as well. A probable cause statement filed in court when she was charged, indicted Melgoza admitted to police that she was driving about 40 miles per hour in, it was a 30 miles per hour zone and struck a person. When they looked into the Dart, officers found a small bag of marijuana, a hitter pipe, and an open, oh my God, dude, she had an open bottle of vodka. Oh my God, wait, I wonder if she was drinking it while she was driving. Not just like, oh, drinking it at the bar, but I wonder if she was like also like sipping it when she was like, oh my fucking God. Melgoza failed a field sobriety test, was arrested at the scene, according to court records. aggravated DUI carries a mandatory prison up to 3. See, I'm saying right here, 3 to 14 years. I was like saying, man, sometimes people, when they get a DUI, sometimes they only serve like not that much, okay? For taking a life, not that much. Given that 2 people were killed, Malgoza faced up to 28 years behind the bars. She must serve at least 85% of any sentence imposed. Cusack could have imposed a term of probation, but Malgoza, a 2022 Bradley University graduate, had to have shown extraordinary circumstances why she should not go to prison. That's different from most crimes, as the burden is on Malgoza to show why she should get probation. Malgoza was given credit for 4 months she spent in home confinement. What? Home confinement? Easy peasy, man. Did she have access to internet? As well as 2 days already spent in custody. With that, the requirement was that she must serve at least 85% of her sentence. Yeah, she could get out of prison 11 and a half years. Okay, I said 10 years. Same thing. 10 years, 11 and a half years. I don't know, same thing. Jesus. She was partying in the car. Probably was. I thought you were reading about a case in the UK nurse serial killer, but oh, you read the name wrong. Wait, what? UK nurse serial killer? Oh gosh. Is it one of those nurses who were like tampering with like the IV bags or something like that? I watched a TV show recently called The Good Nurse. Oh no, it wasn't a TV show, it's a movie, sorry. The Good Nurse with Jessica Chastain, I think. And the guy that played in The Danish Girl. Yeah, the Netflix movie. It was a really good movie. It was really sad. Does aggravated DUI means you killed someone, or is it that you're just really drunk? DUI just means, I think it means you're drunk. Aggravated must mean that like, you hurt or killed someone. Because typically when you hear that someone's drunk, it's just like, oh, it's DUI. Oh my God, this is such a horrible font. I can't, I can't read this font. Yeah, aggravated must mean like you hurt someone, and or killed someone. Jesus. Yeah, so I watched that over the past weekend, and that was tilting. Definitely very tilting. I wish we had a video interaction in prison with her parents. Oh, like Casey did. I mean, honestly, because this video blew up on Law and Crime, I wouldn't be surprised if like reporters starts reaching out and trying to see if they have like any like recorded jail calls or anything like that. I would have loved to have seen her sentencing. See the judge say, "We're giving you 14 years. It showed so much of her true personality and explained so much. Yeah, that would have been great to see how she was like when she was sober. But hey, man, I still think she's a piece of POS. What was the other thing we want to talk about? Oh, okay, dude. Like I told you guys, we're going on a downhill. Okay, we're going on a downhill today. Next one is, it's gonna be really sad. It's with Letecia, and Letecia Stout gives an interview with, I don't know if it's like with a psychologist or if it's like law enforcement or something, but she finally admits to shooting her stepson Gannon. However, she weaves in a lot of lies. You know, at this point, I think she's trying to go for the insanity defense. So she talks about all these imaginary people, Twilight vampires, yada, yada, yada. But, you know, parsing through all the lies and stuff, I think there's a lot of truth in what she's saying, in the manner of, you know, like her shooting Gannon, how certain things happen, and the way she described it, like, I don't know. It was just like, it's like really sad. I wanted to watch that with you guys. Let me see if I can find it really quick. My watch later list. She's a point of sale. Yeah, Letecia Stout admits the shooting stepson Gannon didn't realize it was him. I obviously don't buy the second half right there. Because Leticia's like, I didn't realize it was him. I thought he was someone else and blah, 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 blah. Like, you know, we know this is a woman that loves making up lies. I want to watch this, and then something about, I don't know, there's too much going on with, I don't know. Apparently, Brian Koberger case, they were gonna try to like subpoena one of the roommates that was sleeping, and then they were gonna fight it, but now they're gonna actually like do an interview. But I think that's about it with the Koberger case. I don't think there's anything else going on. That's gonna happen at the end of June. So doing pretrial stuff. But let's watch Letecia. Sorry, guys. Mega downhill. Letecia, I think we have to turn her up. And we got captions on. And that's Letecia right there.
Hey
here. Angelica, that's Edgar's family, and Lena were all in the house.
So Lena is Gannon Stouck's younger sister, by the way. Apparently the day that the murder happened, Lena came back from school around like maybe like 3:15 p.m., I think. She came home. I think Letecia told Lena to go outside and play. So like Lena went outside, I don't know, rode her bike around for a little bit.
Harley, Lena, I think Angelica was laying down. And
So Harley is her 17-year-old daughter at the time that we watched testify, and it was really sad testimony. That's her biological daughter. And I think Angelica is like, must be a made up person. She's going to throw in some truths in here, and then she's going to throw in lots of lies in here.
I was on his way back. I go to school in Florida. I was on his way back here. Whenever that noise again, I realized my handgun is in the car. I said, I never drove my car. It was in the car already. Me and Edgar jumped up, okay? We hear it, and I start going down the stairs slowly, and I run back up the stairs. And I was like, down the stairs. Now, I don't know who's downstairs, what's going on. I don't even know if anyone's in the house or if it's just the people looking or what's going on. When we go back down the stairs, Edgar has the other handgun on him. Crossing over the front stairwell is someone in it. It looks like a plate. Okay?
And here's the thing, her lies are so stupid, but at the same time, very detailed and intricate, that I bet you if they ask her to recite this, she probably wouldn't even be able to. There's going to be so many inconsistencies. How do you remember all these details? You know, here's how you catch compulsive liars, right? Compulsive liars lie so much that they ain't going to remember all the lies that they told people. So next time when you want to confront them with the lie, they can easily just be like, you'll find out so many holes in their story. It's hard to keep track of your lies. So after she tells this really insane story, they must have asked her to repeat some parts of it again. And she must have been like, oh shit, I forgot. What did I say again? What did I say happened? Who did I say did this? That's like age.
So it's like a cape wrapped around
See ya,
it.
Clint.
Go straight into the back bedroom. As soon as I see him go to the straight back bedroom, I'm going to instantly go into protection mode. I went to go grab the gun off, like from Edgar, because I felt the person in the cape. I didn't know who it was. It happened with the whole Michael, the archangel. The whole thing had happened with my stepdad. And when I grabbed it from him, the gun hits me and then hits the person in the cape. At the time, I didn't know who the person in the cape was.
So she's saying that someone had the gun. She was in protection mode. Okay, Vom. She was in protection mode. She grabbed the gun, and the gun actually shot at the person that was in a cape. And we're assuming the person in the cape was Gannon. And of course, this is just reeks of BS.
Oh, standing on top of the bed. I didn't know at the time it was standing on top of the bed. Until later on, when I sat down with my attorneys and we put it together and realized it, I didn't know until that point that it was Gannon standing.
Really? Oh my God. Look at this fabrication. She's like, I didn't realize this until I was talking with my attorneys and we put it together. We put it together. And that's why now I'm saying I realized it was Gannon all along. I just realized this. And my attorneys helped me put it together. Girl.
Because prior to that, I thought the whole like cape thing. We put it together over and over and over, and I sit and I cry with them. I did this with them and everything. The only thing that comes to my mind is that the way the cover was wrapped, that's what had to look like the cape, was the way that he had the cover wrapped around him.
So this is the part that, like, I believe she's telling the truth. Gannon was shot at and was still alive. She said that, like, they were crying together. He was crying. I don't know. It's really sad. I feel like he was alive for a little bit.
They can think what they want, whatever about me. I never would purposely hurt Gannon or hurt anyone that I would have thought it would have been Gannon.
Fire.
Never in a million years, okay? Never. I've had these kids all over the country. If I was going to do something like that, it would be somewhere in another country. Like, come on, like people want to kill.
Oh my God. But every time when someone says this, it's like, why would I kill someone? I've never killed anyone before. And besides, if I were to really kill someone, I would have chosen a better opportunity. I would have killed him in a different country. Well, we didn't say you're a smart killer. Like, by your logic, that means that anyone that kills for the first time, they can't be a killer because they've never killed before. I hate her so much. I hate her. Let's okay.
To do something like that,
Sitting
it would
here.
be somewhere in another country. Like, come on, like people want to kill people doing it because they want to take someone's life. That's not what happened.
No, you wanted to
They
take his
painted
life.
me as this monster, and I did all these crazy things. I never once knew it was Gannon. I, in fact, didn't even know it was Gannon until later on. The reason I didn't is because Lena, I guess the noise woke Lena up. If you read the report, Lena told you that she helped carry Gannon's body. That report in her interview, she says on there that Gannon's body's not moving. That's because she was there and she helped carry Gannon's body to the car. I couldn't get him up the stairs. I didn't even know it was Gannon at that time until I moved the puppet. I lose it. Like, I am all over the place, like, screaming, crying. That's how Lena hears me.
This is the part where I think she's telling the truth. I don't think she was crying like she felt sad for Gannon. I think she was yelling at Gannon and she was screaming at him. And maybe the youngest sister heard and she was like, hey, what's up? What happened here? Is everything okay? Gannon? Hello? Letecia?
Lena's helped me. Now, Harley's still asleep. She hasn't woke up to read any of this. Harley's a hard sleeper. Lena helped me tote Gannon up the stairs.
So now she's saying, remember how I told you guys? I was like, I wouldn't be surprised if Letecia tried to frame the 7, or no, she wasn't 7. I don't know how old is. Maybe 7. I think the sister was 7 years old. I wouldn't be surprised if she tried to frame the youngest sister. And while she's not completely framing the youngest sister, she said, well, the youngest sister, accessory to murder, she helped me take Gannon's body up the stairs. And then also, you guys remember how when they were analyzing the crime scene, they saw like driplets of blood basically trailing from Gannon's room to the stairways, into the laundry room, to the garage. I don't know. I really do wonder if this is the part where she tells the truth, that like they were helping Gannon up the staircase. Like, was he still alive? You know, because we saw that, like, you know, she had this internet search, right? Maybe she hurt Gannon severely, but he was still alive. She decided to Google how to stop arterial bleed or whatever it was. And she's like, okay, Gannon, like, maybe she was like gonna take him to the doctors. He was still alive, maybe. Maybe they're walking up the staircase and then he dies at some point, or like she leaves him in the trunk to die. Like, I don't know, man. I go through all these like scenarios in my head and it's just really sad. We don't know exactly what can happen, but we just use our imaginations and think of the worst possible scenario ever, right? Hi, Chronic.
I'm throwing up, like, blood, the side of him. Like, I literally don't think Gannon is still alive. Gannon is barely talking. Okay?
This is the part where I believe her. Oh, poor Gannon.
We try to get him up steps. We take him up. I'm like, all over the place. We get out the garage to go to the car. Not blink out. Because at this point, I think I was in complete and utter shock. And I know I'm throwing up because I see all this later. So when I tell you I know I'm doing something, I sit back and written a timeline and look.
We don't care about you, Letecia. Letecia's like, I was sick to my stomach. I was throwing up everywhere. We don't care, Letecia. We don't care about you.
Everything figured, this out because I was just on it. I remember being in the car on the passenger side, and we were taking Gannon to the hospital.
I don't know. So remember how I haven't watched the entire trial. So if you guys have watched the entire trial, I'm really curious about your opinion on this. But people were thinking that Letecia hurt. Oh, excuse me. Letecia hurt Gannon the night before. Gannon was hurt. And remember that footage of the morning before, like Letecia calls out sick from work. Letecia says that Gannon's not going to school. He's sick. And they both go out on a drive. But like there's like a neighborhood camera that showed Letecia and Gannon getting into the car. Something falls out. It looked maybe a Nintendo Switch. And Gannon looked like he was like hurt and maybe unable to pick it up. So like Letecia had to pick it up or something like that. That's what someone said. And it's weird because she decides to go to a PetSmart or Petco that was really far away from her house. So I wonder if Gannon was at this point was already hurt and then she was driving around with Gannon contemplating taking him to the hospital, or maybe contemplating killing him or getting rid of him. Or maybe he did die when he was on the road. And that's why when she comes back, you don't see Gannon's body. Like, I don't know, man. There's so many different possibilities. I know that like the police timeline, their theorized timeline was that Gannon was still alive after the candle incident. Gannon was alive in the morning. They both went out to a very far Petco. And even though they don't see Gannon on the, neighborhood footage, they assume Gannon was alive and they think that he made it to the house alive. But what if he didn't? What if he never did? Yeah, and she went to the pet store twice. She went to the pet store, and then I think an hour plus later, she went back to the same pet store. Do I think he was stabbed first? I think he was very, very hurt first. I don't think at this point he was shot though. I don't know. But they said that his bedroom, the crime scene, they believe that's where the stabbings happened. They believe that's where the shooting happened, right? I feel like she hurt him, but not enough to kill him yet. And then she must have severely hurt him afterwards when they came back home. I don't know. Oh God. Yeah, the shooting first doesn't make sense. Yeah, I was thinking she probably did the stabbing first, and then the shooting afterwards. Oh my God. Oh, I feel so bad for Gannon's family. It's the uncertainty and not knowing whether or not your child suffered before his last moments of life, and we don't know if it was within a time frame of 5 minutes or if it was 24 hours or maybe more than that, right? Because the dad wasn't home and stuff, was with this monster the entire time. I don't know. That's very hard to cope with.
But I was on the passenger side, okay? Now my leg's bleeding.
No one cares about your
leg.
leg.
Look at the footage from the hospital, you can see where I got hit with a bullet, okay? So my leg's bleeding. And that's probably why there was a little bit of my blood on the car. I don't know at this point. I don't know if she went back in the wake party. I don't know anything because I remember waking back up in the car and being like, there's no palm trees. Now, you say, what is palm trees? In South Carolina, when you go to the hospital and there's palm trees, it's on the Grand Strand. That's why it's called Grand Strand. The beach, and then there's palm trees. I didn't see palm trees when we were in the car, so I didn't think I was on the right road. But I was in the passenger seat, not in the driver's seat. Next thing I know, when I wait back up, not in the driver's seat. Next thing I know, when I wait back up, I hear a loud noise, like a howling noise, like a noise. And it reminds me of when my grandpa died, and he made this noise. That was the noise I heard when I wake back up and I'm in the garage, in the car. Now we look at camera footage and my car does go out 5 minutes. So leave the neighborhood. So what we put together is that it must have been when I went out in the car hearing the noise, that must have been when Gannon took his last breath and I was still out of it, go back in and park the car. or come back.
Oh, whoops, I had it muted. Jesus, what I was saying. What was I saying? Oh, I think this is where she's weaving in some truths a little bit, where she heard the howling, Gannon howling before his, imminent death, and yeah, like this is some truth that she's like weaving in. And I was wondering that like maybe Gannon was alive for a little bit after the mess that happened in his bedroom, meaning he suffered a lot, and maybe he did take his last breath in the garage.
Or come back to until Lena came back outside to the car, and Lena's asking what's going on, what's everything. I go in the house, Harley's face, Lena's face, they're all just like white, like they've seen a ghost, like they don't even know what's going on.
I don't know. It seems like to me that she's trying to implicate her daughter into this and the 7-year-old sister.
Police, like the whole world, as if this ain't really going on. Like there is no way this happened. Like there's nothing wrong, y'all. Everything's fine. He's gonna be fine. He's gonna be home. That's when I started going through like all the motions of, going to go get this part, because to me it wasn't really going on. Like this was, you can't even compare this to a nightmare. To have gone through that, you can't compare it to a nightmare. That is far from a nightmare. And to know that he was speaking to me and Lena as we were trying to take him off the stairwell, and then it was like none of it was real. So I just started going into different personality of like, this ain't really going on. We got to find him. We don't.
Different personality. So the Letecia that y'all saw on the first day that Gannon was missing, second day, third day, fourth day, that was a different Letecia, okay? That was different Letecia. All right, not the same Letecia as Killer Letecia. There's Letecia and there's Killer Letecia, all right?
I don't know what to do. You know what I mean?
Dude, she's trying so hard to get out of this, and it is so, so, so pathetic. Oh my God. It's so pathetic.
I guess somehow I go on to the airport. I don't remember any of that, but I'm on footage going on to the airport. I'm on footage just talking to people and saying, like, we're going to find him. Like, I don't really, like, remember that vividly. But I know I did it because I've seen it. I'm not going to lie and say I didn't do it because it was there. Like, me talking to people, me doing everything. It was, I got just disassociated, and I was like, this is not real. That there is no way this happened.
Man, they better not make a Lifetime movie about this woman, okay? This woman needs to be forgotten ASAP. We need to forget her.
So, Edgar, another male, is a family member, and I'm not going to say their name. Somehow during this mix, when I was like going crazy trying to go get Albert, and I was screaming, everybody talking about it's an accident. I think they have one of the things reports where I was like, I didn't ever know it was Gannon, because I really didn't. It was someone in a cape. The reason he was taller was because the bed was sitting, like, you think a twin bed. He was standing on the bed. So to me, or to whoever I was, thought that was a person in a cape. That's the only reason.
Back to the cape person.
That is the only reason. And like, I played this back.
Man, I wonder how long it took for her, and I don't know, we'll go by her word, because she's saying that her and her attorneys came up with this, right? And they came to this realization. I wonder if the attorney has his head down like this, because he's like thinking to himself, why is she lying? We did not help you with the story. Ma'am, stop it. You're embarrassing us. Because I wonder if they really did help her with the story.
50 million times in my head, like, was I in the right mind to turn the light switch on? No. My mind was in the protective mode because he wasn't there. The police was there. He wasn't there. Where was he at? Like, this was somebody in the house. It was probably someone.
And the fact that she keeps saying that she was in protecting mode, there is nothing protective about you whatsoever. You brutally murdered a child. There's no, you and protection is not even the same damn sentence. I don't know. It's just so, ugh.
Trying to molest him. It was probably someone trying to hurt one of us. So what I was already going through with my stepdad earlier in the day, Maria could have thought it was my stepdad. He could have thought it was anyone who was trying to hurt anyone else in the house. She's going to protect. That part of me goes in protection mode to protect everyone else around me. So there was never a moment. There's no murder. There's no hurt. There's no intent. Look, I had everything I wanted in my life. Career,
During which testimony, Melissa?
Name it. There's no reason to hurt anyone in my home. I gained absolutely nothing out of hurting a child. But if you negativity,
I have to use the bathroom real quick. Hello, how am I not on the live? Oh man, dude, we've been doing like back-to-back trial stuff. What's going on live? I've been just watching these playbacks. What do you think Letecia will get as a sentence? Life. Life. I don't think they're gonna buy her BS. From what I've seen so far, they ain't gonna buy her BS story that she's like mentally insane and that she didn't know right from wrong. Blah blah blah. Nah, she's gonna get life. If she doesn't get life, I'm just gonna have to roll my eyes so far back of my head and forget about her. During the timeline, the detective, they went through with it. Wait, they were laughing? They were laughing at it? Her and her lawyer were laughing throughout testimony yesterday. Just one life sentence? Oh, I don't know. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. I know she's gonna get life. I don't know how many, but she's gonna get life. I don't know. She might do some witchcraft, though. Who knows how long she'll live to, right? Yeah, it was gross. I gotta watch it for context. Jesus.
He is an evil villain. I took care of this kid from so I go through that. No, I had to carry him upstairs and he was dying. There's never, I could never in a million years tell anybody what it was like. I was not okay. I was not okay before.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think that's exactly what she's gonna get. Life without a chance of parole.
working down with someone in a cape. Like, how do you even explain that again, small, that you think it's someone in a cape?
Oh, wait a second. Letecia, were you showing a little bit of emotion there? Or at least pretending to? It kind of sounded like she was about to start breaking down and crying a little bit, but she's like, nah, that ain't me. And then she just went back to being in her crazy mode. Great content after taking a 2.5, 2 hour final. Oh, yikes. What was the final? Do you think you passed it? What grade do you think you got?
You can't. You know?
I don't know. And the fact that the jury, when they see her sitting in trial with her head down most of the time or like flicking people off, like, they must hate her.
But then what happened after was even worse because I never even moved again. I'm not going to incriminate anyone. The male person, I'm not going to do that. Because it wasn't any intent there to harm anybody. There was no intent for anything. I went crazy thinking I could raise humans in the bed. I was driving him around the Burger King, trying to get him Happy Meals.
Yeah, see, this is why, like, oh, because this is why I think she heard him before. I think, I don't know, man. I feel like we're just getting some sprinkles of truth here. I think she heard him before, and then she tried driving him around or something, and then, I don't know. Also, Burger King. Did you say Burger King or Happy Meals? What?
I was driving him around the Burger King.
Why do murderous moms love to go to Burger King? Do they not know that McDonald's is way more superior? Lori Vallow, what happened when her husband got shot again by her younger brother? Hey, you deal with that, okay? I'm gonna take the kids to Burger King. Bye. We're gonna go get Burger King. I'll be back later. You know when the cops show up.
Trying to get him Happy Meals. I freaking took him back to GameStop to get that $60 game that I told you about that I told him to get earlier. That's how freaking crazy I was going. But I was like,
I don't know, man. I feel like she was trying to bribe. I feel like she heard him. Maybe she was trying to bribe him, get him Burger King, get him a game from GameStop. And then maybe she realized that Gannon was going to keep his mouth shut about what happened to him. And then, yeah, everything else happened afterwards. Ugh, I don't know.
he's going to wake up. You know, I don't know if y'all know Andrew Womack. I tried to find Andrew Womack's house, but he brought his son back from the dead from 5 hours at Memorial.
What?
And I grew up watching the Daily Gospel. Andrew Womack. So I just kept thinking, like, God gives people powers to bring them back from like this is not supposed to be happening. All my people not even believing this is even happening. That's how my mind shifts.
Yeah, I don't. We're still not getting any tears or anything for Gannon. I think she was trying to fake some human emotion, but yeah, no tears, man. She don't care. She don't
No
care.
person finally at some point told my mom that I had completely lost it because I told you my mom came out here. My mom, brother, they were all like, you have lost it. You can't bring somebody back from the dead. They already knew, but they weren't going to, involve themselves in it. Like, you are going crazy. You need to go to a hospital. I didn't have anything to do with body being moved. I really kept saying he has to get back to China. That's where his grandma and grandpa have a farm. That's where he was. But like, the person left me. Couldn't carry him anymore. And the whole thing was for him to be buried in South Carolina. It wasn't to be like, something else. That was the whole thing. I was not well enough to get him there. That's why the male person is the person who tampered with evidence and who tampered with the body. That was not me. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
With him and fired weapon and did do this part. I'm telling you.
Man, these sad attempts trying to get scotch-free. Oh, my goodness.
That was the person in the case that
So
and
desperate.
again, you think about a case.
And I feel like now she's just so embarrassed, man. She's just so embarrassed because she's got to go through this all over again. But now it's played on video in front of the jury, in front of the prosecution, in front of the judge, in front of her lawyers. Like, this is so embarrassing.
What if Cobalt colors are on a cape? And
Did they?
what do I
Defense
think
is
about
starting.
what was going on in my mind during the day for my stepdad? If someone was trying to molest him, if someone was hurting these kids, just going through my brain. Or I never, like, I didn't even have my own handgun on me. I don't even like guns. I can't even shoot a gun. Not even me. Maria can shoot a gun. I can't shoot a gun. So, like, yeah. And, like, for someone to get to hear the truth of it, it's like the hardest thing because people are like, oh, why didn't you turn the light on to see if someone's in a cage? What do you mean? Like, I sit there and told my therapists and people that, like, do you think I had that thought process? There was never even a thought to be like, hey, that's not even a thought I had. It is a thought is when Maria comes, to protect whoever's in this house. That's exactly what happened. There was no intent. There was no hurt. There was no ill will. There was no anger. There was
Oh, I wonder if Letecia's defense is gonna bring up like some injuries that she had. I don't know. I'm like scrolling through today's and it's something about like a CAT scan, something like a softball injury. Are they gonna be like, oh, she was injured? She injured her head, and this is why she's like this?
passion. I looked at every definition they have in this book because I was obsessed on it. None of that is right. That is not what happened. And you can't even say, like, there's no self-defense because you know, I thought this was someone else. Like, how do I know who this is? I'm not in the right mindset to decide, to make that decision. I didn't know right or wrong to who this was, what I was doing. My mind goes to, there's kids in this home, there's Lena, there's Carly, and one of my kids are missing.
House fires.
Jesus. They were trying to, but the judge does not have recorded interviews, so they couldn't bring on unless the prosecution opens the door. Blue Star image of Gannon's bedside shows massive violent bloodshed that took place right there. And she went through great lengths to make it all disappear. Yep, and she got other people involved in this one. She didn't care. She told her daughter to go get cleaning supplies. Okay? She was with her daughter and brother when she had Gannon's body in the suitcase. Like, she just doesn't care about other people. It's just all about her. It's a Letecia show. Oh, God. Ha! We'll go through Gwyneth's trial all over again. Jesus. Yesterday, so someone wrote in chat, yesterday she was laughing and giggling with her attorney. Today she's acting all crazy. Oh my God, is she trying to Wait, I think that there's a doctor that testifies for Letecia, and I think she's trying to like play up the mental illness thing. Is that what she's trying to do? I mean, it's kind of interesting how her head is not on the desk today. Oh my God, dude. For all the other testimony, she had her head down and stuff, but right now she's like, oh, this lady's testifying for me. Okay, now I gotta play it up. Oh my God. Okay. Whew. Well, that's Letecia for you guys. That's Letecia. Jesus. Do you guys want to just watch like a random true crime video together? I think I caught up with the stuff that I wanted to catch up on. We got Lori Daybell. If you missed it earlier, her DNA, her hair was on a duct tape that was found that wrapped around the bag of her son's body, JJ. So we got physical evidence for Lori Vallow. We were a little bit scared because, you know, I think that they were just going to try to pin it all on the brother, Alex Cox, who is now deceased. We watched a body cam footage of Illinois woman laughs, plays dumb after killing 2 people in a deadly DUI crash. That was horrible to watch. And then we watched Letecia Stout commits a shooting her stepson Gannon. And like I mentioned earlier, I wanted to watch it because even though most of it was just BS, I think there's some truth weaved in there. And then we get to hear what possibly may have happened to Gannon, whether or not he suffered, whether or not he was alive for a short period of time, long period of time, or anything like that. Does anyone know that's what I was wondering too. Are mental facilities any better than prisons? Because here's the thing, when you're in a mental facility, well, what happens when you're better, right? Do you still stay in there or do you get released, right? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know too much about that. I should probably research that. I feel like we really need to research that. Go with insanity defense. Yep. I think she was trying to go with insanity defense when she realized that her lies were not being believed. Dude, she went through so many hoops and hurdles to try to lie to detectives, lie to Gannon's dad, family, and stuff like that. And this is her last resort. This is her Hail Mary. I just know that she would have a much chance of getting out sooner. Oh, I don't know that at all. Yikes. Okay. Letecia stock trial is currently on break right now. I think they're coming back soon. Do you guys know Coffee House Crime? Let's just watch like a true crime thing together. I haven't watched true crime in a bit. I started watching some this past week when I was doing yard work, and I was like, man, I haven't watched like a true crime video in a while. I've only watched like all this like case, like trials, courts, and all that stuff. But let's watch Coffee House Crime. If you guys don't know, Coffee House Crime does true crime cases. I like watching them, and I like watching, what's the other one? Oh, That Chapter. Coffee House Crime and That Chapter. Really good storytelling. And then if you want something more dramatic, Mr. Ballin is pretty interesting as well. But let's see what this case is about. The Girl Who Came Back from the Dead, The Case of Delamar Vera. Oh yeah, this title sounded very interesting. The Girl That Came Back from the Dead. Should I read a little spoiler? After a devastating house fire, the Vera family thought they had lost their daughter, Delamar, but Delamar's mother, Luz, was not convinced, despite being certain that her baby, had been stolen. No signs of Delamar even showed up. That would be until January 2004. Yeah, let's watch this together. All right, give it a thumbs up. Check out Coffee House Crime. And if you like true crime stuff, go subscribe to them as well. Let's watch this together. I like these channels, me too.
Nightmare scenario for so many people out there, and one we all hope to never experience. But what would you do if you were to lose your newborn baby to such a scenario, only to receive the shock of your life over half a decade later? Now, sometimes we can discover truths through unconventional or even bizarre means. But have you ever had your world changed by a birthday party, bubblegum, and watching CSI?
Wait, what?
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, folks.
Hello.
My name is Adrian, and
all right, we're gonna go to Philadelphia. 2 minutes in.
Welcome to Philadelphia, the 6th most populous city in the United States, the 2nd largest behind.
Oh, I don't know if she even got like a plea deal. I don't know. Even sooner than when pleading guilty and cooperating. I don't know. I think for her, they probably didn't offer anything because they probably had a lot of evidence against her. I don't know. I don't know if she was given a plea deal or not.
And only New York City, and one filled with years of history. Although most of you out there will be familiar with the world-famous Philly cheesesteak.
Oh gosh, Philly cheesesteaks. I used to love Philly cheesesteaks, but now I think they're just, I don't know, any Philadelphians in here? They're just mid. They're okay. It's just like a soggy meat bread cheese thing. I don't know. It's not my type of thing. There used to be this really famous Philly cheesesteak place that you can stop by. But I don't know. It was supposed to be like the best. It was really good. And it was like, nah, I don't know. Philly cheesesteaks, eh.
Philadelphia has
soggy
so
wet
much
bread
more to offer.
than
Whether
meat,
it's their annual
cheesy.
Runners New Year parade, the city's extensive jazz scene, or countless art museums, you'll never be short of entertainment and intrigue.
Yeah, I haven't been to Philadelphia in a while.
Pennsylvania, it is also the 9th most congested city for road traffic in the United States.
Ew.
But getting around is still made easy with its well-equipped public transport system. Supported by a relatively low cost of living, it is no surprise that it's a popular and rapidly growing place to live. And of course, we can't talk about Philadelphia without mentioning Always Sunny, can we? The city is comprised of over 25 unique neighborhoods, ranging from highly affluent and fancy, all the way through to the friendly bustle of honest working.
Oh, but I will say though, there's this really good chicken pho place in Philadelphia. Oh my God. So good. Pho is like this Vietnamese noodle soup, but you could also do like, it's typically done with like beef, but you can get chicken, right? And this restaurant does like chicken pho, but they put the chicken on the side and they give you this like delicious dipping sauce. I don't know what it is. It's so freaking good. It's like, I don't even know what it is. Like salt, lime or something and a bunch of other stuff. Pepper. Oh, it's so good. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm getting hungry now.
Class folks. And it's in one of those latter neighborhoods located on Hurley Street that we meet the folks of today's case. Luz Cuevas, aged 25, and Pedro Vera were Puerto Rican immigrants. They lived happily together with their two sons, Wilfredo and Israel, who
Sorry,
were
I just
aged
turned the
5
volume
and 4
up.
respectively. While Luz stayed home with the children, Pedro was
I wish I knew the name of the restaurant, but I don't. But yeah, it's in Philadelphia. Chicken pho. It's really good. And the chicken served on the side, you get dipping sauce.
very hard to support the family as a mechanic. The family of 4 lived in a small but comfortable 2-floor townhouse. And in December of 1997, they were about to expand their family once again. It was on December the 5th, 1997, that the couple welcomed their first daughter into the world. And her name, Delamar Vera, will be today's case subject. With dark hair, dimpled cheeks, and big brown eyes, she was the apple of their eye. And needless to say, the family doted on her from day one. Now, both Pedro and Luz did not have a strong grasp of the English language, and instead spoke their native language, which was Spanish. While not necessarily a problem in their day-to-day lives, it was when Delamar was born that Pedro did not quite understand what was needed when signing the birth certificate. In the end, and not wanting to sign something that Pedro didn't quite understand, he kept his name off this birth certificate, which is something that's crucial to remember later in today's case.
Oh no,
Both Pedro and Luz had
oh, it's gonna be like for custody battle or something?
large extended families that lived relatively close to the couple, and family members would often drop by around the family home. This frequency of visitation only increased after the birth of Delamar, and many family members wanted to help the couple with their newborn baby. So it was no surprise when, on December the 15th, one of Pedro's cousins came to visit, and her name was Carolyn Correa. Not only had Carolyn never been to the home before, but she had only met Luz once.
See, whenever I watch this, I'm always thinking, who's gonna be the suspect? I wonder who. I don't know. Carolyn, will it be you?
And with Pedro out repairing her car,
Yeah, it looks
the
Asian.
conversation between the two women was reportedly very strained and stilted. The two seemingly had very little in common to talk about. The only thing that Carolyn could relate to Luz with was the fact that she also had a baby recently, although this baby was not with her at the time.
Oh no! I feel like it's always these cases where someone steals another person's babies because they lost their baby and they're like, you know what? I know the pain is hard, but I don't care if I do it to someone else. Oh no.
To try and break up the awkward atmosphere, Luz tried to make herself busy by putting Delamar to bed in the front upstairs bedroom. She then carried on with the household chores while Carolyn waited for Pedro to finish the repairs. Eventually, though, Carolyn left the house abruptly, only to return a few minutes later to say she had forgotten her purse upstairs in one of the bedrooms. She then departed and disappeared, leaving Luz with her 3 children in the house. Luz continued with her housework. But before getting much further, she heard a deafening banging noise coming from the 2nd floor, and worryingly, it seemed to be coming from Delamar's room. She immediately ran upstairs to see what the noise could have been, but upon reaching the bedroom, she was met with a scene that no mother should ever have to face.
Wait, what?
Outside of the house, orange flames could be seen burning fiercely.
No! The cousin took the baby and then made a fire in the house? Wait, but there's other kids in the house. Oh my God, this piece of shit does not care about anyone. Cause like, what if she did this fire and then it would have killed the entire family? Oh my God.
In the bedroom with smoke
Sorry,
billowing
not even
from
sitting
the open
centered.
window. Neighbors who saw the flames licking at the building bravely climbed across the roof with a garden hose. Aiming it at the window, they tried to quell the blaze, but sadly, it was to no avail. Luz desperately fought through the flames to open the bedroom door to where Delamar was sleeping. Fire and smoke obscured her vision, but through the wave of heat, Luz was certain that she could only see an empty crib, and the bedroom window was wide open. Locked in a state of panic, Luz's screams could be heard throughout the entire family home, as she desperately tried to save her 2 sons. Upon hearing her screams, 2 other neighbors bravely entered the house in an attempt to reach Delamar. But sadly, after reaching the top of the stairs, they were met with a 5-foot wall of flames. Firefighters arrived soon after and immediately got to work, but they would have to drag Luz away from the house as she screamed and cried for her baby. Pedro arrived at the scene shortly after this, and although it felt like a lifetime, the fire was actually contained and extinguished within 14 minutes. Although her sons had escaped the blaze unharmed, Luz would sustain burns to her hands and face from trying to reach Delamar's crib. She could not stop repeating the same words to firefighters, that someone had stolen her daughter. Unfortunately, no one believed her.
Oh,
but
they didn't take her
also,
seriously.
Understandably, they all blamed it on shock. Firefighters attempted to locate Delamar in the burnt-out shell of what once was the bedroom. However,
Wait, but like, if she knew that the cousin was the last person there, why would she say someone stole my baby and not Cousin Carolyn stole my baby, right? She would have to have known who would have done it.
However, they were unable to find anything that resembled human remains. And although a small yellow package was initially suspected to be Delamar, this was later proven to merely be bedding. The ignition source of the fire was eventually blamed on a home-rigged extension cord attached to a space heater near the baby's crib. A report concluded that no signs of arson were found, and that there was no reason to suspect foul play. Given the known—
Wait, okay, sorry. Do you guys think the cousin set up the fire, or the cousin stole the baby and it just happened to have a freak fire accident to just happen? Oh, we're thinking.
Flammable nature of extension cords with space heaters, it was entirely reasonable to believe that the two together could have started the inferno.
Okay.
Due to the fact that no body had been found, medical examiners were twice dispatched to the scene to find Delamar's remains, and this also included a forensic anthropologist. However, no human remains were ever located, and Delamar's body was presumed to be completely incinerated by the heat and severity of the blaze. But with no evidence of a body to be found, a death certificate could not be issued. Luz was understandably heartbroken, but saying that, she simply refused to believe her daughter had died in the fire. For a start,
The kidnapper!
why was the cot empty? And why had the bedroom window been open on a freezing cold December afternoon? Put short, it simply made no sense. With her mother and father both refusing to believe that she had died, no funeral was ever held for Delamar. But as the days turned into weeks,
Did they try to
weeks
find
into
Carolyn?
months, and then months into years,
Oh,
hopes began
no.
to fade.
Oh,
The couple moved
it's so
several times
sad.
after the fire, and 2 years after the tragic event, they welcomed their fourth child into the world, a third son named Samuel. Pedro often told co-workers that he didn't believe she was dead, and instead was—
Wait, did they not have suspicions that it was Cousin Carolyn who had just recently lost her own baby? Okay, he's probably going to touch upon this, and I'm just trying to think a little too antsy. I'm like, I need to know now. Tell me.
kidnapped by someone close to the family. To
Okay.
add to this, it
I'm
was
being patient.
around 2 years after the fire, and while attending a baby shower, that something very peculiar happened to Pedro. After arriving at the venue, he bumped into one of his distant cousins, Carolyn, who was also there with her daughter, Elia Hernandez. But when introduced to Pedro, he couldn't shake the feeling that her face and smile were extremely familiar.
Wait,
And something about this felt alarmingly uneasy. Now, perhaps—
okay, maybe the reason why is because I've always heard so many stories of when this happens, right? Like kidnapping, someone loses a kid, blah, blah, blah. Maybe I'm just very highly suspicious of people.
it was her dazzling smile. Or maybe it was because she was the same age as Delamar. Luz was doggedly persistent in her belief that Delamar was still alive, and the news that Pedro had told her left her absolutely ruthless. She would even go as far to ask Pedro for $500 so he could hire a private investigator. Now, sadly, Pedro didn't have anywhere near that kind of money, and he was barely able to keep the family afloat with his multiple jobs. Luz reached out to lawyers instead, but sadly, none of them would offer any help without a $100 per hour fee, which
Jesus.
of course Luz simply didn't have. She felt entirely helpless and ignored by the state. Eventually, she became so miserable that, in her grief, between December 2000 and March 2001, she sought counseling for her depression. And eventually, this ongoing trauma, stress, and grief put a serious strain on Luz and Pedro's relationship, and ultimately, the couple would finally split up.
Okay, but she's still alive, right? Okay.
We're moving forward to January 2004. More than 6 years had passed since Delamar's death, with more than a year since Luz and Pedro had separated. Both Luz and her sister were attending a birthday party in Kensington, hosted by Pedro's sister Evelyn for her granddaughter. And also in attendance of this party were two familiar faces, Carolyn and her daughter Elia. With the party—
Man, this piece of crap stole their kid and then brought the kid around knowing that her parents would probably attend these parties. Are you serious?
in full swing around her, Luz gazed over the group of children until suddenly she focused on one particular little girl. She had a broad smile, dark hair, deep brown eyes, and very distinctive dimples in her cheeks. Dimples that matched Luz's son. Now, Luz couldn't rationally explain her feeling at this moment, but deep down she knew that the girl she was staring at was in fact not a liar, and instead it was her very own daughter, Delamar. After a mere few minutes, Luz had formulated a rather smart plan in her mind, and after pretending that Alaya had bubblegum in her hair, she tried to remove it for her. And while pretending to remove this bubblegum, she took some of Alaya's hair and placed it in a paper napkin. Now, to most, this sounds absolutely crazy.
No, it doesn't! I would do the same thing!
And even to me, this sounds like quite a long stretch. But you see, Luz had watched one too many...
The cousin was the last person that saw the kid! I would have went after her ASAP! I would have accused her of making a fire in the building.
Episodes. And knew that one of the only ways she could prove this was
true. I watched Law and Crime a lot.
Through some form of DNA test. Despite these tests costing several $100s and her story sounding batshit insane, she eventually persuaded a representative to get this test concluded. The test was scheduled.
Wait, do you guys think it sounds batshit insane? I mean, I honestly though, I did grow up watching Law and Order SVU.
And what came back was an absolute shocker. The results were conclusive. And Laia Hernandez was, in fact, her daughter, Delamar Vera. But this jaw-dropping revelation begged one huge question. What in the bloody hell was Delamar doing under the care of Carolyn? So, Carolyn Correa was Pedro's cousin by marriage, and although the two were friendly, they were not that close. Carolyn had 3 children from previous relationships, and reportedly had undergone a sterilization procedure.
Wait, she already had kids! You already had kids. You had 3 kids. Or unless something happens to them. Usually this is like people that like try to have a baby and no matter what, they can't have a baby and they have a baby and the baby dies on them and they have no kids, right? And then you steal someone else's kid. You already had 3 kids. Woman.
Upon getting into a new relationship with a man named Andrew Moore, he now wanted to have a baby with her.
Okay.
Which was unfortunate as she was no longer able to. It is speculated that Carolyn suffered from a psychological disorder known as pseudocyesis, a condition where a woman will believe she is pregnant and may even experience symptoms of pregnancy despite not actually being so. It was not long before the fire in 1997 that Carolyn told several family members that she was around 8 months pregnant. And although several people raised their eyebrows, no extended questions were asked by anyone. On that fateful day, Carolyn had asked Pedro if he could repair her car. And as we know, during this time, she stayed in the home with Luz. It is speculated that in this moment, she had found out about Delamar and
so she didn't really lose her baby. Wait, she goes to her cousin's house, asks for a favor, hey, repair my car. And then she goes there. It was like, oh my God, this is my opportunity to steal his kid.
Concocted a plan. With Luz occupied with the housework and Delamar almost the exact age to fit her fabricated pregnancy, Carolyn saw her one and only chance. And after sneaking upstairs, she smuggled the 10-day-old baby from the bedroom and out of the window. It's theorized she returned through the window without Delamar, left the house downstairs through the front door.
I mean, so she smuggled the baby through the window? Like, she could have hurt herself and the baby. Oh my God, I feel so bad for Delamar. Because this is tough to deal with. Like, you find out that the woman that raised you, assuming maybe she's a loving mom. So let's say it's a loving mom, right? The woman that raised you actually stole you from someone else and you're really not her daughter. And like, I don't know, you'd be in denial. And then like, would you really want to bond with a new family? Like, oh my God, this is so tough. Dude, this is some traumatic shit right here.
And then returned moments later to say she'd forgotten her purse. This was likely an excuse to ignite the fire, which, not long after she left the house, began to rage.
You could have killed the entire family.
After avoiding contact with the outside world for multiple days, Carolyn then returned home to Andre, where she claimed she'd given birth alone in her own home. She then filed for a birth certificate, dating Alaya's birthday as January the 6th, 1998, and listed herself as the sole attendant to a home birth. She went on to move to Wellingborough in New Jersey, and spent the next 6 years raising Alaya, lovingly entering—
Oh, wow. So this is how you can steal a baby, but then still register. Oh my God. Jesus. Isn't this mother like the coolest person on the planet?
Her into pageants and various small acting roles. Interestingly, in 1999, Carolyn admitted to Andre that he wasn't actually Alaya's father, and this was proven through a private DNA test. Though why she decided to lie on top of her initial lies still remains unclear.
Why did she tell him that?
Elia's DNA test was groundbreaking, but to be sure, the state ordered a second test to be completed between Carolyn and Elia. And as police began to look into Carolyn's background, they found some very concerning details. It is reported that back in the year 1996, while working as a town clerk for the Hamilton Township, she was found guilty of theft and was due to be fired imminently. However, in an attempt to destroy any evidence of this, she set fire to the office.
Oh my God! We got an arsonist here. Oh my God, a serial arsonist. Wow. Hey guys, instead of y'all firing me, I'm gonna destroy the evidence. I'm gonna set fire. I'm gonna set everything ablaze. I hope no one was hurt. I hope no one died because of this.
Nobody was hurt in the blaze, and ultimately her plan failed. She was later charged with arson and embezzlement, receiving 5 years probation for her crimes.
That's it?
And obviously, this was now a major red flag for the police. Incredibly, Carolyn seemed to think that she could keep getting away with her lies. And just before the DNA sample was due to be taken from Elia's cheek, Carolyn sprayed a solution into her mouth and told her not to swallow until after the swab. However,
she sprayed a solution in her mouth? Oh, do you think she sprayed? Okay, Carolyn must have a daughter. Do you think Carolyn asked one of her 3 daughters or whatever, how many daughters she has, to spit into something and then spray that in Delamar's mouth? Ugh! Is that what she did?
Again, this attempt of sabotage failed.
Oh, okay.
And when the DNA results came back, it was confirmed that Carolyn was not actually Elia's mother. Carolyn fled immediately after the tests were taken, which ended up in a manhunt for the kidnapper. This too would fail, and she was eventually tracked down and arrested 3
Man, what a failure. Everything she does just fails. Well, I guess she was able to successfully kidnap a kid for like 6+ years, right?
days after she had fled, before being held on a $1 million bail. She was ultimately charged with kidnapping, arson, assault, concealing the whereabouts of a child, and interfering with the custody of a
I'm telling you, the face of this woman is shaped by years of dupers. What the fuck is dupers late? This woman literally leaves behind scorched earth. Lol. I hope she at least, at minimum, gave Delamar a good, happy life. Like, if she kidnapped Delamar and then, like, gave her a crappy child life, like, abused her and stuff like that, oh my God. I hope she at least got a good couple years of life.
Child. Before the trial date could be arranged, Luz was desperate to be reunited with her long-lost daughter. But this was a reunion that was of grave concern to psychologists. Given that the only mother Delamar had ever known was now proven to not actually be her mother, they had no idea what impact this could have on her trust for those close around her. To add to this problem was a language barrier. Luz was primarily a Spanish speaker, whereas Delamar had been raised in an English-speaking household. Anyway, these two issues were enough to greatly stress out Delamar's entire team of psychologists, and they would all have to just wait and see how this panned out. Following the news, Delamar was extremely upset. She screamed, cried, and shouted for her fake mother. But when child psychologists explained the story to her, she seemed to calm down.
How do you explain the story to a child? I feel like you wouldn't even care. I don't care. I want my fake mom, right? Oh my God.
Eventually, Luz and Delamar scheduled to meet in a family room of social services, a common tactic with reunions such as this. Entering the room to finally be reunited with her daughter, Delamar jumped out from under the table and shouted, "Surprise." Luz broke down. She cried, gently asking the 6-year-old, "Do you know who I am?" Delamar replied with, "You're my mum." Moving into legal proceedings, Carolyn's case began in 2005. Her defense team argued that she'd been suffering from pseudocyesis.
Blah, blah, no one cares.
In her mind, she had truly believed that Delamar was her child. They also argued that Carolyn must have had an accomplice on the very night of the kidnapping, and tried their best to pin the blame on
Oh, they tried to blame it on the... What? Oh, I didn't expect that. Wait, okay, so he did mention that later on it would be important that his name wasn't on the birth certificate. And he was like, but I'll get to it later. Are we getting to it now? Oh, they try to blame Pedro. Oh my God, wait. Okay, I don't think Pedro was in on it, but if he was, that's going to be a twist. But I don't think he's in on it. I don't think he was in on it.
who was Delamar's biological father. They further claimed that because his name was not on the birth certificate, he did not want to have Delamar as his child, which of course was strongly denied by Pedro.
Wow.
The prosecution fought back at the defense.
What a piece of crap. Dude, just admit to your crimes and don't let this family suffer even more. She does not care. She doesn't care. Me.
Claiming Carolyn had shown willful and deliberate actions into stealing Delamar in a calculated manner, and through her selfish actions, had denied Pedro and Luz 6 years of their daughter's life and milestones. While it wasn't in question if Carolyn suffered from depression or not, the judge also noted that she was more manipulative than delusional, saying, "You robbed a small girl of a very great deal."
Oh, I like that. More manipulative than delusional. Oh, Letecia.
Carolyn showed little remorse in court and only apologized for the confusion she had caused both families. However, the judge was not impressed, and Carolyn was sentenced to a minimum of 9 years behind bars for arson and abduction. She holds a maximum of 30 years, which is both understandable but also kind of crazy. Here on Coffee House Crime, we often see murderers get much less time than this. Legal proceedings didn't end here, however. Luz and Pedro would also try to sue the state for their poor handling of the case, though we don't actually know how this went. The rest of Delamar's life appears to have been a good one so far. Her name was legally changed back to Delamar, and she was raised by Luz alongside her 3 brothers. She is now a fully grown woman, is currently married to a man named Desire, and even has a son of her own now. Delamar currently works in HR for a rental company as a talent advisor. And if her Instagram is anything to go by, she now seems to have built a wonderful life for herself.
Oh, good for her.
If you're interested, you can find her at Delamar Vera. Carolyn served 9 years of her sentence.
Oh, I wonder if they still have, if they still do you guys think they still communicate with each other? Probably not, right? I feel like 6 years is important, but 6 years, like, I don't know, when you're 6 years old, like, I feel like you could just easily forget whoever raised you. I don't think they talk anymore. I'm going to say no, they don't talk anymore. Sentence too short, 9 years. I think 9 years is okay. Yeah. 30 years, that's a lot. I think 9 years is okay. Make room for the murderers.
Before being released on parole in 2013.
Wait, oh shit, she's out right now. Oh God. She's out right now. She's been out for 10 years now.
Understandably, she has a lifelong ban on contacting Delamar or her family.
Good.
It is not known where she is or what has happened in her life.
Yeah, I don't care.
But I hope that, whatever she is doing, she regrets and is remorseful for her actions. And I think that just about concludes our story today, folks.
Happy ending!
I'd love to hear what you think about.
I feel like we never get happy endings in true crime stories. Happy ending, guys. Oh, a happy ending.
This case. Do you believe that Carolyn had an accomplice? Was Pedro actually involved, or just an innocent grieving father? And do you think Carolyn got enough time for her crime?
Yeah.
So I'll be diving into a few more typical true crime cases after this, but being honest with you,
yeah, typical true crime cases, meaning no happy ending.
It was quite nice for the mind and soul not to cover a story with murder. Thank you again to Babbel for sponsoring today's video. If you'd like 60% off your subscription, then please click the link below or scan the...
Me, a shoplifter? How could you steal a store that's on fire? Oh God, no. Don't give her any ideas, okay? I don't know, man. Don't they say, like, arsonists, they tend to be repeat offenders?
QR code. And again, if you'd like to get early access to my videos, exclusive content, merchandise...
Wait, what is this? The Canadian... What? The Canadian maple syrup heist? It doesn't sound interesting, but at the same time, this is very intriguing. What is that?
And much, much more, please visit my Patreon channel, which I'll leave in the link down below. You can also follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Coffee House Crime, or on Twitter at...
Alright guys, check out Coffee House Crime, go subscribe to them, thumbs up their video, and yeah, I like his videos, I like that chapter. I think they do a pretty good job. I haven't really watched anyone else, and I also like it how their videos are not too long. Usually like, I don't know, 45 minutes is kind of a max for me for like story retellers. 20 minutes is a good spot for me. I like 20 minutes. Because like we watch a lot of like true crime stuff, like court stuff that's like 8 hours and stuff. So 20-minute, good sweet spot for me.
VH Crime. Anyway, I'll catch you again very soon for another video.
Really? There's a whole channel about the stories, by the way, meaning happy endings of true crime against all odds. Don't know the name of the channel though. Oh, interesting. And I also watched like Mr. Ballin as well, but I haven't watched Mr. Ballin stuff in a while. But man, Mr. Ballin does a really good job at covering stories about people being trapped in places and they're not supposed to be. Whew, those are the ones that give me so much anxiety, especially like the diving ones, the underwater cave. Like, oh my god, they're so scary. All right, everyone. That's gonna be it for today. Thank you for hanging out. Today, if you guys missed it earlier, we covered. I have to look at my title really quick. We covered Lori Vallow. Her hair was found on the duct tape that was on the bag that was wrapped around her son JJ's body. We talked about DUI woman in Illinois who was acting crazy, laughing, talking about drinking more after killing 2 people in a DUI. And then we talked about, we watched a video with Letecia doing an interview about what she said happened to Gannon. She admitted to the shooting, but then she throws in a lot of lies in there. I believe some parts of it, but they're mostly just the sad parts about Gannon. And then we watched a little true crime thing, right? Is that all that we did? I don't know. Did we do something else? I feel like we did one more thing, and I don't remember. Man. Do you know the video of the guy? What? Who was in a sunken ship who was found alive at the bottom of the ocean? Amazing. Dude, that sounds scary. Oh, man. Need to get back on it with Mr. Ballin. Yeah, let's see what Mr. Ballin has been up to. Mr. Ballin. Mr. Ballin. Oh, wow. Got 7 million subs. Good for him. Strange, dark, and mysterious. Remember how Mr. Ballin, he used to post like 5 videos a week? Oh my god. Those are crazy. I used to binge watch his crap all the time. 5 videos or something. 3 to 5 videos a week. I used to go work out at the gym and listen to him. Like, listen to true crime working out. Listen to true crime while you're doing yoga. Listen to true crime making breakfast. Yeah, I haven't watched some of this stuff recently. But the ones where it's like, being trapped somewhere. Oh, like this. This must be the worst way to die. Top 3 places you can't go. Oh yeah, those are very, very, very interesting. But I love your videos. Well, thank you so much for popping in. I'm actually about to head out now, but if you miss any parts of the stream, I'll make the stream live, and then I will chop up the stream, I think. Takes me a little bit of time to do that. Need to catch up on Coffee House. Yeah, there's so many I need to catch up on. But I've just been watching, honestly, like I just watched like current trial stuff. I haven't had time to watch anything else. But everyone else, thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you guys had, I don't know if the fun is the term that we use for this stream. I hope you guys had an interesting time here. It was nice hanging with y'all, nice chatting. Thank you so much for the lurks. I appreciate it. Thank you so much if anyone renewed their membership. Appreciate that as well. I really appreciate your support. I also stream on Twitch as well, but on Twitch we don't do true crime stuff. We do gaming. Very lighthearted there. But feel free to stop by if you're into gaming. And yeah, thanks for hanging out. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Twitch. And I will see you all a different day. We'll see if there's anything else to cover. We'll do more true crime stuff, more trial stuff. Upcoming trials that we have. We got Brian Kohlberger coming up end of June. Sarah Boone has been delayed, but hers is scheduled for July. That's going to be a crazy one. Current trials happening right now. Letecia, Lori Vallow, and I don't know when Chad Daybell's trial is going to happen, but definitely keep an eye on that as well. Thank you so much for hanging out. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys later. All right, have a good one.